Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello and welcome back. I'm Liz. This is Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. So, immediately we'll notice a few things that are slightly different. The very first thing, if you just finished tuning in at the end of the last session, you're tuning in here, is that our character is now a man. We have switched over to Lort. I've respec'd him as a man. Everything else maintained the same. We were still chaotic neutral, so I mean, it technically realigned us with chaotic neutral, but we were already basically centered on that anyway. And the character otherwise remains the exact same as it was. So, exact same stat distribution, exact same abilities. We took the same feats, same god, all of that nonsense. Except we're now this Aragorn-looking MF over here. I only leveled it up to level 3, which is where we were. I didn't take level 4. Because, obviously, you know, kind of want to share taking the levels. Anything else particularly different? No, everything else should be basically the same. That's the only change that I really made to this save between. I have made changes to the plan for how I want to build as well. And we'll talk about that when we start respecking people. We'll talk about what my plan is for Camellia, who I do want to include in the party in this playthrough. That's sort of the purpose for making these changes. But anyway, pardon me a moment. Very sorry. Did a lot of singing this afternoon. Pulled the guitar out and just went a little bit crazy. The wife was out at her softball tournament, which they won, apparently. They lost every game all season, but they won the tournament, which is just mind-boggling, but also amazing. So she did a good job there. But she was out at her softball tournament all weekend and all day today. And she brought the kids with her today for 2 of her games. 3, actually, because the finals happened. And was definitely making some noise here at home. So lots of singing going on today. I just have to get used to speaking with this particular voice right now. So last time we finished off Market Square. It took us a while. I knew it was going to take a while. Market Square is a large map. It's a very big one. But we're still going to have to go back there to deal with the whole Rune and Ramian nonsense. But I don't want to do that until after we've done the Arende house party. And honestly, I kind of want to do the Arende house party and Gwyrm's mansion. And I almost kind of want to do the Tower of Estrada as well. The problem with all that is I'm carrying a lot of stuff. Like, we're heavy. We're kind of fat bottom boys here. That's 111 money. 50 pounds. This together is 120. These together are 140. Like, it adds up. I can make some respectable cash off of some of the... I mean, maybe not one scale mail, but I can make some respectable cash off of some of this stuff, though. So I do want to, like, deliver it back home, if possible, and sell it. But I'm also on a clock. Because I don't want to get to the defense of whatchamabugger without doing anything. That would be kind of pointless. I think we are going to go back home, though. After dealing with Market Square here, we're going to go back home and rest. And I might consider respecking some of these people at that point. No, I really want Darren in the party before we do that. Gwyrm's mansion isn't that big. I think we're going to do it. We're going to go to the Arende house party. We're going to take care of both of these first, and then we'll head back home. And once we get home, we'll respec. Hopefully we'll have Nenio by then, and we'll definitely have Darren by then. So let's take a look at our levels first, right off the bat today. A Rowdy Rogue. So I was considering the possibilities for the future with this Rowdy Rogue, and what I realized is we really scale, like our power scales as this rogue, not off of base attack bonus, not off of, you know, other things we get, and, you know, fancy special feats and all that, and unlocking cool things. Our power scales off of two things. It scales off of access to Vital Strike, Improved Vital Strike, and Greater Vital Strike, which, by the way, Greater Vital Strike is a feat that you can take. It is a normal feat you can take. I confirm that. But you need 16 BAB to get Greater Vital Strike normally if you're not a Rowdy Rogue and you get it for free. And a Rogue will only ever get 15 BAB at level 20. So we would never have access to this if we were not going to take it as the Rowdy Rogue the whole way. So we definitely want to go a full 11 levels. 1 second, I have to make a small adjustment here. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. There we go. That should be a little bit better. Get rid of some of those weird little clippy noises at the beginning of some phrases. So yeah, we definitely want to go 11 levels in Rowdy Rogue. But after that, after our Greater Vital Strike, we don't really scale off of anything in this class other than Sneak Attack. So we scale heavily off of Sneak Attack damage because of Vital Force. But it's not Sneak Attacks granted to us by this class. It's just Sneak Attacks, which means this class is very... I don't want to say splash friendly or whatever, but it's very multi-class friendly in the sense that I could take 11 levels. And then I could take something like if I wanted to. So that means I need 4 sneak attack dice still to max out if I take 11 levels. So that means I can take like Alchemist Vivisectionist, for example, up to level 7. Which means I have 2 levels left over for something else. Potentially even. So I could, you know, take those levels in these classes, or I could take like, you know, 2 levels of Slayer to get access to Study Target and a Slayer talent, or, you know, 1 level in Slayer to get Study Target and 1 level in something else. Like, this Rowdy Rogue has some multi-class potential into it as well, because all we really need to take is Greater Vital Strike, and then as long as we max out our sneak attack dice, like the Alchemist Vivisectionist can do, we really don't have to go any further in this class. Like, we're not going for BAB, because we don't care about BAB, because we're using Vital Strike. We're only going to get the 1 shot anyway. As long as we get Greater Vital Strike and max sneak attack dice, I think we get all the power that this class has to offer. So, yeah. Once we hit, we've got a long way to level 11, guys. But when we hit level 11, we can consider what the future holds. Like Alchemist, maybe a little bit of Slayer Splash. Like I say, we've got 2 levels that we can play with and still get all 10 sneak attack dice. So, we'll see. In any case, though, this level is going to be Rowdy Rogue. And this is going to get us our Debilitating Injury as well as Uncanny Dodge and a Rogue talent. That's also a Sexterity point because... I mean, it should be pretty obvious by now. We need our +5 bonus there. That's Athletics, Mobility, Trickery, Stealth, and Perception. Okay, so last time we picked up Deadly Aim in addition to our Longbow Focus. I have the ability to take a Trickery skill focus now. Is that what I want to be taking? Remember, we do not want Rapid Shot on this build. So Rapid Shot is not... It does not behoove us to take Rapid Shot. Improved Initiative is the best combat power we could take right now, I think. Yeah, so Improved Initiative is the best combat power we can take right now, and it is a big deal, guys. Like, Improved Initiative for this class is a big deal. But I think what we're going to do is take a skill focus, which means we don't take it through Combat Trick, we take it through Skill Focus. And we're going to do Skill Focus in Trickery, because we're going to be a tricksy one. Remember, we are replacing Camellia as our Trickster once we get our respecs done. So we want to be the ones with this skill now. It's not the most useful thing yet, but it will be in the future. And we are probably going to use... Well, since we have an injury, and the build I'm planning on giving Camellia might have an injury as well... obviously we're going to take Bewildering to give them the AC penalty and Disorienting to give them the attack penalty, right? Those make the most sense to me. Hampering is kind of like, you know, situational at best. All right, cool. Sela. We're going to give Sela a level here in Paladin. And that, oh my god, Sela's... This is the thing, guys. Paladins need so many different attribute points to be decent. And they are really hard for min-maxing because you can only build them decent. Or you can build them really good at one thing. And normally what you want to do is max your strength and have some constitution and a bit of dexterity and have a bunch of charisma. But man, this is rough. Like, look at all these odds. Like, if I took 3 points to shore up these odds, that means there's 2 points left over, which would only get us to 20 strength, guys. Like, 20 strength is what you expect at level 4, and we're projecting it at level 20. Like, gross. Well, I guess she's going to take wisdom so that she has a bit more lore religion for now, even though charisma would be her thing. But right now, until we have better specs on people, she's my lore religion bot, so we want her having access to that. She's also my persuadatron, so we'll have her take that too. So she gains Paladin Channel. Cool. I always like to have a channel, and it's actually really nice. I don't have anybody who channels yet, and channeling is the premier way to keep your health topped up in Pathfinder. Like, cure spells? No. Cure spells, even when you have all the things that benefit them, like a healing domain, which it gives you 50% additional effectiveness on your cures, and like mythic paths going towards them, and you have all kinds of stuff buffing your cures and all this kind of thing. Cures are not the way you restore health. Channels are the way you do it. Although Paladin channels are never going to be that crazy amazing. For now, this is going to be another level in Spirit Hunter for Camellia. We will be respecking her soon. And I'm thinking she is going to respec into 1 level Monk, which I will be able to do. Her first level can be Monk. She just will never be able to take another level in Monk again. 1 level in Sword Saint. Then 4 levels in Sylvan Trickster, or maybe just Base Rogue. Depends if I want Uncanny Dodge or if I want Ice Plant. We'll decide that. And then finish off in Sword Saint. And if not Sword Saint, maybe do a bunch of Sword Saint and finish off in Duelist, maybe. Haven't decided. For now, though, she is going to take another Spirit Hunter level. This is going to give her her 2nd Hex. I don't really want to give her another Hex. I don't want to get that deep into that on this character. Definitely taking the Dexterity point, though. And Trickery and Stealth for the time being, because you can't do much better. Ameliorating could be good for us, just because of fatigue. But it really only suppresses fatigue. It doesn't remove it. We could always take Evil Eye. Yeah, you know what? We'll take Evil... If I'm planning on respecking her soon anyway, and I just want to get rid of her, instead of Evil Eye, or not get rid of her, get rid of this class, Shaman class, maybe we just take healing here, just to give a little bit more, like, healing for a day or two. Because I highly doubt I'm going to be making particularly good use of Evil Eye within the next 2 areas we go to. Fine, we'll take healing for now. Lan will be respecking him, a 2-handed fighter, but... Wow, that's bad. So here's the thing about Lan, right? As a Zen Archer, he can use Wisdom for a lot of his stuff. So it is useful to have the Wisdom points. But he also can use the Dexterity for a lot of stuff, and a composite bow is still going to be able to use Strength. Again, just another character that's, like, gross. I would probably recommend, if you're going to keep a Zen Archer for the long term, probably go into Wisdom on him there. Take a Wisdom point. Don't take Dexterity. But he's going to pull Athletics and Mobility and some Perception. His key power here will be True Strike. Plus 20 insight bonus. Yeah, sure. Voljeff. Let's take an Eldritch Scoundrel level. Oh, that's gross. That is so gross. Mobility, Trickery, Stealth, Perception, and sure, use Magic Device. Why not? Level 2 spells. Naturally, for a level 2 like Frontliner, you normally want to take Blur and Mirror Image if they have access to Mirror Image. But do we need to take those ourselves? Sense Vitals is always good on a rogue type user as well. Command Undead, no. Bone Shaker, no. Frigid Touch, no thanks. You're not a Magus. Burning Arc isn't going to be effective on us. Like, as an Eldritch Scoundrel, we don't want to be taking direct attacks because we're never going to ever beat anybody's spell resistance. And they're always going to save against us effectively. So things that buff us or things that they don't really need to save against are kind of the best things. So Mirror Image and Blur are good here. There's nothing wrong with either of those. Especially since we're not going to have them along that much longer anyway. And this is a Charisma level for you. And your Religion... No, you're not. Your Arcana, Persuasion, use Magic Device for the time being. I mean, we could get her Evil Eye. Or just healing as well. I'm going to be getting rid of Ember as well. So, I'm not going to invest too much into that. Hold on. See, invisibility is nice, but... There are some good things here. But again, since I'm not using her long term, we'll pick up the Cure Wounds. Okay. That's just sort of enough fuel to keep our tanks full so that we can finish off Gwyrm's Mansion and the Arende House Party. And pick up Nenio along the way and kind of move on from there. Let's do a quick spellbook check though. Yeah, you're going to need a spell. That'll be Divine Favor. You're going to need a level 1 spell, Bane, and a level 2 spell, Lesser Restoration. You've got your triple grease already, that's perfect. Mirror Image and Blur, and we don't need to pick spells for you. Okay, let's go to the Arende Party House, ladies and gents. We rested in Market Square. Oh, there's someone on the road. This is probably Nenio right now, if I had to guess. Yeah, we rested in Market Square, so we should be pretty good on fatigue for a bit. I think this is Nenio.
I will help where I can.
Channel for me.
Trust in yourself.
Go ahead and Hex Healer as well. Good enough. Yep, totally is. Is there anything on this map, though? I guess I can explore this map later.
Might be treasure.
Remember, this is a random
Can't hide
encounter,
from me.
but it's not really random. It's a scripted random encounter, and scripted maps tend to have
I'll
loot
go
on
ahead.
them, whereas totally random ones are not going to have loot.
Wearing a robe? Check. Baphomet symbol around the neck? Check. Crazy eyes? Check. Note to self. Bring a mirror next time to be able to adjust the optimal level of eye craziness. Everything is ready for the experiment.
So I like Nenio a lot. I know a lot of people find Nenio grates on their nerves a bit, but I don't know.
Audience.
I like her.
Problematic, but not critical. You there, boy. Stay out of this. It is counterproductive to stand in the way of scientific progress.
Who are you? What are you doing here? Ignores us and just moves ahead. Brilliant. Just wave at a bunch of cultists.
I don't know her.
Greetings, boys and girls. I am your sister in sin, a devotee of Lord Baphomet's dark will, and so on and so forth.
She looks like one of us. But she talks kinda weird. Who's there with you?
Who? Oh, them! Just an audience, they don't matter. Consider them a supplementary component of the coming experiment.
Yeah, death to cult it. No. No, let's see this out. Remain silent.
In the name of our Lord Baphomet, please be so kind as to undertake a little test of your competency in our wicked cause. Let's start with something simple. So here's my first question. What is Lord Baphomet's favorite weapon?
We will not answer to you.
Our lord can wield any kind of weapon. He is all-powerful.
Wrong. He wields no weapons at all. He doesn't need any. He just gores his enemies with his horns.
Ah. I'm pretty sure that you get prompts in here if you pass checks, letting you know what these are, and you can answer on their behalf and all that kind of stuff. I think we're just going to stay silent,
These answers are wrong. The correct answer is Isergall, a glaive made of red adamantine.
Sounds like a nice glaive. I kind of like to get that. Kind of like to go kill Baphomet and take that glaive from him. Unfortunately, if it was a faux shard, it would be even better for us.
This experiment has taken quite a surprising turn. I would never have expected the followers of the great Baphomet to be baffled by such a simple question. Fine. Let's recalibrate the difficulty and proceed with the next question. Please name Lord Baphomet's sacred animal.
A bull! Of course, everybody knows that.
Yep. And a cow.
See, just like that. We get these lore religion checks passed if we happen to pass and know what it is.
I'd like to ask you to stop prompting them, but it seems they could do with a prompt or two. It appears the experiment has yielded results which are as unexpected as they are incredible. Baphomet's cultists have not the slightest idea about who Baphomet really is, let alone any in-depth knowledge of his ideology or philosophy. I'm positive that this news will cause a sensation in widest scientific circles.
I'm excited to get Nanyo. I'm going to try her out as an alchemist, but I might end up in the future respecing her back to like a wizard or a sorcerer, like a sage sorcerer or something like that. Definitely an intelligence-based character, but I'm going to try her out as an alchemist very soon.
Damn it. She's right. I'm a shitty excuse for a cultist. And my mother used to tell me to become a plowman.
Hey, take it easy. We've only had 2 questions. You there, come on, ask another one. We'll get the next one.
So a minute ago they were like, we don't have to answer you. Jeez. And now they're like, no, I can do it. Ask me another one. They might still manage
Is there
it.
any sense in continuing? You cannot answer the simplest of questions. I am ashamed of all of you, as cultists and as individuals.
I love how Nenyo is just destroying them with logic.
Please, ask again. I can answer. I'm sure I can.
How do you spell Baphomet's name?
B-A-F-A... Oh, screw it. To hell with Baphomet. I thought it was gonna be fun, but instead there are all these questions. I'm done here. I'm going back to my home village, back to my mother.
Nice.
Wait! You there! How dare you stir up discord in our ranks? Grab her and tie her up! And her entire entourage, too!
I think you'll find that you don't want to do that,
The
bro.
experiment is complete. Unable to deal with the questions, the cultists decide to deal with the examiner instead. A typical reaction for a person who has never been burdened with any intelligence. Now you're gonna start hitting each other, aren't you? Please, proceed. I won't interrupt.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Okay, what's our initiative look like? I rolled a 19. Their archer also rolled a 19. The sharpshooter rolled a 20. And a 22 on the cultist. Wow. Voljef rolled best, but... like, I got a decent roll. I rolled a 12 plus 7. It's still a decent roll, but... looks like I'm not going to be catching very many people flat-footed, though. Also, we need to turn turn-based mode on. Voljef, you are in the back, so you're not going to be allowed to charge here. Even if it says you can, you're going to get blocked if you attempt to. Yeah, engage the archer.
All right?
So that he's going to take an attack of opportunity if he does anything. Nice, 8 against 10. Ooh, that was a hit. Heavy crossbow, 8 damage, 1d10, 10 piercing. Current difficulty settings adjust damage to 8. That's normal difficulty for you? Sure, fine. I'm not used to seeing that. I'm used to playing on core or hard, but I'm fine with that. Now, vaporizing the cultist is probably better, but let's vaporize the sharpshooter.
Let's try this way.
That's wrong. You know why it's wrong? Because I don't have Vital Strike turned on. There we go. I have to turn Vital Strike on. Okay, so that was a wasted turn for us. We didn't vaporize him because I didn't have Vital Strike turned on. That's a leftover from respecking. When I respec'd and turned him into a man, we needed to remember to turn Vital Strike back on. Oh well. We should still be able to handle this fight soundly. Camellia is in the back, so again, we're not going to be allowed to charge here. Should we attempt it? I'm going to attempt it anyway. Okay, it worked. Lan.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
There you go. Second shot. Pretty good. Almost down. Ember, can you finish it off?
Surrender or else.
Yeah, 2 damage, but it was enough. Good job, Ember. Go ahead and take a little move as well. And Seela, let's just get you in there.
Glory without risk.
Finish him off.
Why not both?
Ooh, almost. Here we go. Now this is a Vital Strike.
This hurts.
Yeah. Oh, balls. 40 damage. The absence of an answer is an answer too. So exactly like the guy in Market Square. Like I say, I think we had to see this guy in Market Square in order to unlock this random encounter. I don't think it happens until you actually meet that guy in Market Square.
The result is statistically predictable, especially considering their intelligence level.
So the thing I noticed about this this rogue build, the Rowdy rogue, yesterday when I was playing, was that every 2 levels, like the rogues normally, their core feature that scales their power is their sneak attack dice. And it's always good when you get that extra sneak attack dice as a rogue. But getting the 3 extra d6 that you get every time you get a new sneak attack dice as a Rowdy rogue is just so impactful. Like, we go from doing like 16 to 20 damage to 30 something damage, and we're up to 40 damage now. We just hit there. It just feels so good.
What about you, boy? Are you ready to answer some questions for the good of science? Let's proceed with the experiment. My first question is simple. Which colors does the goddess Iomade prefer?
You are convinced that the correct answer is red and white. Should we play with her? No. Let's just give in. Red and white.
This answer is correct. It is comforting to meet at least one educated person in the melting pot of ignorance that is Canabra's today.
I like experience.
Let's proceed. Did Arende take part in any crusade before he died?
I happen to know that Arende did not take part in a crusade before he died. He died right before the crusade started. Hey, Ramek. Good to see ya. You know for sure Arende died not long before the world wound opened and the first crusade began, yeah. So no, he didn't.
Your answer is correct. Arenden's death dates to 4606, and that is precisely the year when the world wound was opened. The first crusade started back in 4622.
This feels a lot like, I don't know, Persona or something, where, you know, you have to, every week or whatever, answer a question in school, and you get grades for it, and you get stat points based on that.
Your knowledge would make Mendev's Crusaders proud. My final question is, what is the title that Arilu Vorlesh bears? Is she the architect of the world wound?
Yep.
The lord of the labyrinth, or the border acquisitor of the shapeless abyss?
Again, Arilu Vorlesh, we mentioned this yesterday, but Arilu Vorlesh is sort of like, other than us, the main, like, central figure in this game. Everything that's happening in this game is sort of a result of Arilu Vorlesh's machinations. So we're gonna be dealing a lot with her in the future. You were positive she's the architect of the world wound. Well, I happen to know that
That's
anyway,
correct.
so...
Most excellent. You
Metagaming,
successfully answered
guys.
all of my questions. Splendid. Amazing. This is a breakthrough. I thank you for your cooperation. It seems to me that I owe you an explanation. My name is Nenio. I am an explorer, a pilgrim, a
Inquisitive?
yet-to-be-recognized scientific luminary, future author of the great Encyclopedia Galarianica, and rector of all Absalom's universities at once. Future rector, I should say. I also know several spells.
Nice. See, I think she thematically fits in very well as a vivisectionist. That's why I don't really care if she fits in thematically as it anyway, but I'm definitely respecting her as a vivisectionist. I'm not really interested in... So, the thing about Wrath is that the enemies have so much spell resistance that you're never going to encounter a situation where just blasting them with a chain lightning or an awesome max level fireball or like a Sirocco, which is normally oh my god, or like a cloud kill or a phantasmal killer. Like none of these awesome cool spells that just usually carry a caster class through encounters are worth anything in this game. Like caster classes are really, really centered on buffing in this game, and I mean I don't want to waste an entire character on a wizard scroll savant. That's the name of it, which is her default class. When I know that like offensive spells are so shit in Wrath. They were awesome in Kingmaker, but it's just the enemies are so good at resisting them here, it's just not worth it. Yeah, I'll get to that in the second round. Like, we covered that when I started the stream, but I'll review that again in a moment. So yeah, I want to go Alchemist with her, and she's primarily going to be Dexterity, and she's going to be a shooter, and she'll have some intelligence to back that up. So, Lort, this Aragorn-looking MF over here. We respect. It's not a new character. I just respect my character into a man, and he is now Lort. That's all that's different. He's the exact same otherwise. The exact same everything. Same feats, same everything. Now, can you finally tell me what you were getting at with all those questions?
It is so heartening to see you strive for knowledge. I have been conducting an experiment comparing the intellectual abilities of the average cultist with those of the average crusader. And I must admit that you passed the test with flying colors. This does offer a glimmer of hope for the future of Crusade. I have always claimed that despite the popular beliefs about the limited intellectual abilities of those in the army, at least some of them can be considered educated. It pleases me to see that I was correct.
See, this is exactly why some people are like Nenio grates on their nerves, because this is what Nenio is. This is Nenio throughout like the whole thing. Like, I don't actually care about you. I don't actually care about any of you. I just care about, like, you know, what I'm investigating and how you can help me do that. And I don't really care what I say. I'm just gonna say my findings out loud. Yield sex change, got it. Yep. I made some decisions about certain characters and certain things we're going to do with certain characters and changed my party makeup a little bit, but not very much.
Yes.
Why do you keep calling me boy?
I apologize for an injury to your ego,
See.
but your name is irrelevant on the grand scale of the universe. Thus, it cannot possibly interest me. I will forget it as soon as I hear it. To avoid unnecessary confusion, I'd prefer to not know it at all.
Nenio is so much me. Like, oh my god. Canobras is safe right now. Shall we join forces?
Do you wish to
Isn't
become
safe.
my follower? To accompany me on my expeditions to the World Wound? To assist me in my experiments? To run errands for me? Perhaps even to write down my deepest thoughts for the benefit of future generations? Oh, how splendid! Of course, I agree. Truth be told, I have no money to pay you. But you will be aiding the progress of science, and that is its own reward.
Sure.
Excellent. You're hired. To think that I finally found someone to accompany me.
We're her
27
companion now,
Crusaders
guys.
before you said no. Not one of them saw the undeniable appeal of my offer.
I can't imagine why not.
Your first assignment is to take me to a safe place. I have to admit that today's experiment has left me quite tired.
Cool. So, here's the thing. If we bring Ember along, Ember at least has the ability to heal us a bit. Voljeff has Grease, which is really useful, but I don't really need it yet. I'm going to take Nenio along instead of Voljeff. And we'll have her in the back line with Ember. Ember's at least a decent healer for the time being. until we get Darren, which is our next objective, actually. But I think I want to bring Nenio. We are going to level her up right now, though. We're going to give her Scroll Savant level. I'm not respecking her yet. We'll be respecking after we get back home, after we pick up Darren and we go to Camellia's family quest thingamabobber. So this is a Wizard Scroll Savant. Why are they all so gross? Also check that out. Okay. I'm going to show you something with Nenio once we get her spec'd out and we're looking at her character sheet. So that'll be Knowledge Arcana, Knowledge World, Nature, and use Magic Device, I suppose. And her level 2 spells, Invisibility and Blur. She's an Illusion Specialist, so those are nice. Blur is really useful. Cast it on your melee people. I always like a Glitter Dust as well. I mean, I don't feel like she needs any of this immediately. I could always web. Let's take a Glitter Dust and an Invisibility. She'll be getting respect soon.
Huh?
But take a look at this, guys.
Yes, what?
So you know how Camellia has this undetectable alignment, and she's got this amulet that you can't detect her alignment, and there's clearly something going on in the story there as a result of that. Check out Nenio. Nenio is a neutral human female. Clearly says human, right? Yeah? But she has 5 strength. Normally, you should only be able to get 7 strength. 7 is the lowest you can go, which means she has to have a negative modifier on her strength from something. So she has her strength set at 7, and then -2 from being a racial negative modifier, right? We go over that. It doesn't tell you what it is anymore. It used to tell... Okay, so it used to, in previous versions of the game, tell you why she has a negative modifier to her strength. There's a reason. It's a racial reason why she has a 5 instead of a 7. But it doesn't actually show you it anymore. Alright, well then I'm not going to spoil any of that stuff just yet. I mean, we will when I respec her. Yeah, you know what? We're going to spoil it when we respec her anyway. She is a kitsune. She's a keen kitsune. So she has a strength penalty, and she has bonuses to her intelligence. So it's 18 and it's up to 20 in her dexterity. She just doesn't know it. As far as she's aware right now, she is a human. And we will be spoiling that as soon as I respec her. That's the only reason I sort of spoiled it here. Because as soon as we do the respec, you're going to see that. I can't hide it. Like, unless I do the respec off camera, and I'm not willing to do that. I definitely want to do respecs on camera. Let's just do a quick exploration of this map. See if there's any other loot on it that we can pick up. Doesn't appear so.
As it should be.
And the way out is up here, so we can't double back. Let's also check our formation now that we've added her to it. Okay. I'm going to put myself on the flank because I'm an archer. I can take it. And we're going to put her in the protected position. We're going to put... we're going to put Ember in the forward protected position. Actually, I'm going to reverse those. I'm going to put Nenio in the forward protected position and Ember in the reverse. It won't be too long before we reach the first point in Nenio's story. Probably not today, but you know, maybe a couple streams from now we'll reach the first point in her story, and immediately, right at the beginning of her story, it reveals that she's actually a kitsune. So it's not that big of a secret. All right, the Arende party house. This is where we pick up Darren. And then we'll go take care of Horgus Gwyrm's quest at his house after that. I don't have a remove blindness, do I? I think it's like blue or something in potion form. I think I checked this yesterday. No. No big deal. Seela can continue to be blind. Bad guys. Yeah, okay, so Nenio has Ray of Frost. Let's have her cast that automatically.
You're a good person.
Actually,
Require my unbiased opinion?
she has a crossbow? Yeah, she has a crossbow. You know what? No. We're not going to cast that automatically. We're going to have her use her crossbow instead. What I am going to do, though, is vaporize one of these guys. Oh my god. That was 28 damage reduced. Like, remember, we're level 4 now, so we have, we have our injury. I guess we picked up the extra d6 last level, didn't we? So we have 6d6 of sneak attack damage there. Well, not sneak attack, sorry. We only have 2d6 of sneak attack, but we have an additional 4d6 of precision damage on top of that.
Too late for apologies.
You should have listened to reason. I'll dissect your cadaver.
Not bad. 9 damage critical hit from a wizard.
You won't survive me.
Sweet. And we're just gonna loot this guy's larder, like take everything. I can sell it all later. I might have to drop some armor along the way, because armor is heavy. And we're getting pretty heavy. We would have picked up, we leveled, but I don't think anybody I took strength, so we didn't really pick up any additional carrying capacity for the most part. Let's do a quick save. My kind of party. What a splendid occasion, Count. And this new Numerian elixir is quite something. Such darling little creatures.
Save the last one for me.
What are the larders for if not looting? Exactly. Ember got initiative here. Wowzers. Alright. So the first thing I want to point out here is that we have Arende here who just cast this bard spell, so the waviness, that's a bard song happening. And remember that the Nenio Acolyte said that the other Acolytes, one of them is a wizard, one of them is a cleric, and one of them is a bard. And he was the cleric. The wizard is still out there, and the bard is still out there.
I'll hit you!
Nice miss. I think I saw the arrow just bounce off of him, which is just fantastic. Lan, can you kill him? Probably not with 2 shots. Oh, wizard. No. Shoot the wizard. Damn, no kill. So Nenio has a little bit more offensive firepower than Ember, but she doesn't have a lot. Not to begin with, at least.
Mind over muscle.
Nice hit, though. 8 versus 8 did 8 damage. Okay, so do we have a high priority target here? Not really, so we just go for this guy. Holy crap. 40 damage, 2d8 plus 6, 15. Reduced to 13. 46, 21, 2d6, 6. Wow. I really love that. Yeah, let's speed through these a little bit more. In fact, you know what? Screw it. We're going to take turn-based mode off. And we're going to just attack these guys.
No time for debate.
Come on, guys, finish this guy off. We weren't in combat. My guys were just standing there, not in combat. There we go. Well, somebody died as a result of that, I'll like to point out. But it's fights like this where turning turn-based mode off is really useful, because look how many initiative rolls there were. And look how many initiative rolls we had to sit through. Before we talk to Darren, we're just going to go talk to Arende here. Thank you, stranger, for saving us from the demons and for your timely entrance. I swear I don't know who has enraged me more today, the demons or the oh-so-affable master of this house. I'm a friend of Ilk's. He asked me to find you and protect you. He's alive? And he made a brilliant new friend. It's a shame it had to happen now when the city's under siege by demons. Sweet, so this is the second accolade of Desna. So we only need one more, and I'll show you where that one is in a little bit. How'd you end up here? Holrun chased her, tried to capture her. She distracted them and lost them in the streets before charming her way into the party. Of course, she's a bard. Bards are always welcome at every party, didn't you guys know that? Now, that is more like it. So I have inadvertently been harboring a traitor wanted by the Canabrus Inquisition. This day wasn't such a waste after all. So she doesn't know where Wallflower is. That's okay, I know where he is. And she's going to give us this shawl, and because we'll, you know, have this shawl tied to us, Wallflower is going to recognize us. So, Arende is a traveling bard and follower of Desna. Cool. I'll give people the opportunity to read these rapidly. I'm gonna read them a little bit, but I'm not gonna narrate all of these conversations out loud. Amber wants a song. Nice. What can you tell me about Darren? She doesn't get along that great with him. Yeah, he's that kind of person. He's exactly that kind of person. The kind of person who makes you want to smash a jug over his head over and over again. But there's all kinds of tales about him. There's a lot of intrigue about this chap, which is fantastic. Aren't you deliberately talking as if I'm not here? Excellent. Like any polite host, I shall return the favor and act as if you're not here either. It wasn't a demon trap. Cool. Yeah, so basically the usual Desnan thing. The queen wants to do it in order. She wants to do things orderly and lawfully and all these kinds of things. We deal with Desna. We want chaos. We're going to do things our own way. Which, you know, is interesting. It makes for nice heroic stories and all that kind of stuff, but in reality, like, there is a... I hate to take popular phrases and say that there's a reason they exist, because some of them are absolute garbage. Like phrases like if it ain't broke, don't fix it is just garbage. Like that's bullshit. And if you follow that, if you use that to guide your life, like, what's fucking wrong with you, basically, right? Like, always iterate on things, always be trying to improve things, like, constantly. But there is a phrase that it's better to follow a bad plan than no plan at all. And I do think that that does have some merit in a lot of contexts. And Desnans would object to that. They would they would say, no, if it's a bad plan, I'm just going to do whatever the hell I feel like doing. Blood for the blood god, long live chaos. See, that is a fantastic phrase. That's a fantastic saying, and I think that applies in every situation. Marching in straight lines won't work. Except it does. Naive children, that's what you are, but I admit your words stir something in my soul. Yeah, Sela, who's the lawful good paladin, always has these things where deep down inside of her, she kind of feels like maybe her outward beliefs aren't true. Like she can appreciate the chaos a little bit. Can you get somewhere safe on your own? Sweet. I have to go. What's this check?
A success worthy of praise.
The intricate patterns on the harp depict the stars, the moon, and butterflies, the hallmark of the goddess Desna. So this is actually her harp? She brought her harp here. How did she run away from Hulrune carrying her own harp here? I get the feeling that Darren does not have a harp of Desna just sitting on his stage. She must have brought it. Man, she's dedicated. Why didn't she bring it with her on the way out? All right, let's, okay. No automatic conversation. Perfect. Let's loot some stuff. Let's do this knowledge world check.
It went splendidly.
Portrait of Galfrey Mendev, ruler of the kingdom and founder of all crusades into the world wound. So that's the queen. She's... Don't be confused. She looks like she's like 20-something. She's hundreds of years old. She outlives the Crusades, essentially. And yes, she is a romanceable character. You can romance the Grandma Queen. Pocket dimensions. Perfect. We just picked up not the Abrupt Force, not the Dark Horn. The Bardich, yeah, Decimation, this Bardich. So the cool thing about these, they are reach weapons, and the cool thing about them are they do have a 19 to 20 critical threat range. It's not as good as the Fauchard's 18 to 20, though. I really do want that Fauchard. +1 Cold Iron, confirms a critical hit, deals an additional 1 damage to Constitution. I mean, that's mighty good. But, like, we'd have to hit them, like, 10 times just to do 10 con damage. And if we hit them 10 times, I'm pretty sure we're going to kill them anyway. So, like, ability point damage is a bitch to the player party when it adds up over the course of an entire battle. It doesn't usually mean a lot unless you go hard into making it happen for the player party. Like, for using it on the player party.
Greetings, valiant stranger who has just burst into my life. I am the master of this house, Count Daron Kale, myriad mellifluous monikers Arende. No need to introduce yourself. I find remembering insignificant details, such as the name of passing acquaintances, such a bore.
So you get this guy and you get Nenio, who both don't give a shit who you are. Perfect, perfect.
Wow.
Chef's kiss.
Bonafide blue bloods and unparalleled aristocracy. All this makes me itch to do something really crass. Ooh, like blow my nose on the curtains.
What are you waiting for, my squamous squire? The curtains in this room are velvet, but we have some excellent silk ones with gold thread elsewhere in the house. Take your pick. My soft furnishings are yours to do with as you wish. I'm quite sick of the place, truly. I shall either sell it, or burn it to the ground and build a new mansion in its place.
Just, like, you know, he's got this party in the middle of a demon invasion with, like, half-naked people dancing on top of his table, and, like, a giant... That's not a pig, that's, like, an elk or something. And a bunch of, you know, just, you know, lots of debauchery going on. Just excess galore. Talking about blowing his nose on the silk curtains, and he's planning on just burning his house down anyway. I love it.
Now that we've finished with the niceties, tell me this. How did all those thrice-damned demons end up at my soiree?
Daskari killed Tarendalev. I mean, you were there. You were there. You were talking to us when we were rescued.
Canabras in ruins.
Rescued in air quotes.
Well, 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 and I was already lamenting the lack of excitement at my little banquet. Although it must have been tolerable enough if we didn't get notice of a great hulking demon attacking a dragon just outside the window.
Not to mention, I'm pretty sure there's probably yelling and screaming in the streets and
it
just
seems as though
mass
Daskari's
terror.
occasion was altogether more of a crush than mine. If you will pardon the pun.
Yes, that is exactly right. This man does not give a single flying fuck. What should I know about you, apart from the fact that you're highborn and very rich? No, I don't even need to know anything about it. I am obviously going to take this guy with us. I don't need to know anything about him. And he would like it that way. And there's a reason for that. But backstories. He's actually got a really fun backstory as well.
I thank you for the invitation, but I am not quite as desperate as I may seem. At times, it is better to be surrounded by the repugnant mugs of demons than the sour and dour physiognomies of Iomede's righteous paladins.
Physiognomies of Iomede's righteous paladins.
What about my physiognomy? Sour enough for his lordship? Don't worry, another few minutes with the dazzling count here, and it'll sour like week-old milk.
What's this? An attractive paladin with a sense of humor? You're a veritable walking scandal.
She's also blind.
Either way, my mansion is now safe. I have a pair of half-decent guards. I just need to drag them out of the storeroom and bring them to their senses. I ordered them to drink a love potion, you see? For reasons which seemed extremely witty at the time and in the state of inebriation I then found myself in. They can guard the house while the valorous paladins beat back the demon assault. They will beat them back, yes?
Is your storeroom the larder that we cleared on the way in? Because the only thing that was in there was 2 little impy demon fucks. I don't believe there was a pair of half-decent guards in there, although I didn't check to see if there were corpses on the ground. I probably should have inspected that a little bit closer.
As regards myself, I feel like stretching my legs. I know rudimentary divine spells. I am no friend to demons, and I elevate any society that I deign to grace with my presence. I shall accompany you, only for a short time, of course. I have no desire to remain at the vanguard for a protracted period. What say you, my ephemeral but highly diverting acquaintance? After all, Lord Descari spoiled my party. I now burn with the desire to spoil his.
So Darren is a oracle by default. We're gonna say
Capital.
yes.
Good acquaintances that begin and end at just the right moment often leave the most pleasant memories. Wouldn't you say?
He's gonna replace Ember. And this is our party, except I'm not gonna use Sela in the long run. Eventually we're gonna have a Ruchelet in this party. So I need somebody else in the back row as a damage dealer, which I'm going to have to work out how we're going to do that. Maybe Voljeff temporarily. Voljeff will eventually leave us, but maybe we'll use him temporarily in that position. He'll just make him an archer for the time being or something like that. Or maybe Sela. I don't know. Darren is an oracle. Oracles are, I guess, divine casters. He's a neutral evil oracle, divine caster. They make great buffers. They make a great cleric replacement. You have the ability to get channeling on them, and a lot of channeling because they're charisma based. So you can get a crap ton of channels off of these guys. Oracles all come with a downside. So his particular one is that he is powerless. So he gets uncanny dodge, which is cool. I mean, uncanny dodge at level 1 is always fun. But he has a negative of that. On his first turn in combat, he can't. He can only do a move action or an action. Like, he can't do both, which means he has some issues. We are going to use him in our party. I'm going to attempt to respec him as a Devilbane Priest, which means he's not going to be atheist anymore, because, you know, a cleric has to be not atheist. And we'll see how that works. So he's going to be a heavy armor wearing guy, but he's going to have very low strength. So he's never going to hit anything, but his job is going to be to tank, to buff, and to channel, and to, as a Devilbane Priest, provide teamwork feats to the rest of the frontliners. And hopefully those teamwork feats will offset the fact that he's never going to do any damage on his own. But if that doesn't work out, we're going to do something different. Maybe we'll respec him to like a Witch Doctor Shaman, or maybe back to an Oracle or something like that. I definitely want somebody who has the ability to channel lots of channels in the party, and I definitely want that to be Darren. So we'll see how it works, but I'm not 100% sure that the low strength Devilbane Priest is going to be good, because he's going to be wearing heavy armor, he's going to have big shields, he's going to be encumbered all the time. If he's constantly getting fatigued and I'm never able to burn his fatigue off because of all that, then I might have to do something different. And that's even after getting him like strength belts and stuff like that. So I'm not sure. We'll see. For the time being, though, we will respec him. Not respec him. We'll give him another level in Oracle. We're going to finish off Camellia's quest, the quest for Horgus Worm right now. Then we're going to head back to Market Square and then back to home, and we're going to rest there. Hopefully we can do that all before we have to rest again. This is going to be a point. Oh, this really needs to be a point in Charisma, but it doesn't because we're even already. So we can afford to spend this on Intelligence or Constitution. Intelligence. 5 points. That's Arcana, World, Persuasion. And then we've got 2 more points for something. Which, I mean... Sure. You know what? No. We're going to give him Nature because I already have Sela with Religion. +9 in Religion. And then he has +8 in Nature. We're going to be respecking anyway. And he's going to get a new spell at level 2. He has access to... I can't expand that spellbook by doing that. There we go. Bane, Bless, Cure Light Wounds, Shield of Faith, Remove Sickness. I think the Oracle that he is, we never need to take Cure spells. I think he automatically gets every Cure spell, so I don't think we need to take Cure Moderate Wounds. Aid is good, but Aid is the same type of bonus that Bane and Bless have. Yeah. Aid. +1 morale bonus on attack rolls and saves against fear effects, plus temporary hit points, so it's a morale bonus. Bless is a morale bonus. So yeah, Aid and Bless are not compatible with each other. Aid just is Bless, but it gives more stuff, basically. And they both work on 1 minute per level. The next level up, at level 3, you get Prayer. Prayer does stack with Bless or Aid, though. They don't both add morale. I think Prayer adds like a Sacred bonus or something like that. It's not a morale bonus, though. Courage and Life, cool. Bone Shaker. Delay Poison. We need Delay Poison Communal, which is next level. Protection from Alignment Communal is awesome, but Camellia already has that, and it lasts a minute. Lesser Restoration. Let's have more restoration sources for the time being, just in case we take some ability damage on the way. I don't think we will. We're going to be respecking very soon. Where does he position? I feel like I already made this change, but let's do that. And does he have a crossbow? He does. Cool. So he can sit... Oh! He comes with a natural armor amulet, too. I'm gonna have lots of stuff to play with when it's respec time, guys. That'll be a lot of fun. Let's do a quick save and cross this.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Yeah, you are so awesome, Lan. Cool. And that's the area exit. Let's go take care of Horgus Worm's quest and get paid for that as well. All the while, Sela is still blinded. Okay, we detected the failed ritual site. Oh, I want to go to the Tirabade residence while I'm out here, too. Well, one thing at a time. Yes, we'll enter this location. I might try going to the Tirabade residence as well, guys. I get the feeling I'm going to have to rest, though. Man, I think we're going to have the encounter happen back at base sooner rather than later. There you are, at last. You certainly took your time. I thought perhaps you were lost on the way here. I was already regretting not drawing you a map. I don't think we needed a map. For reasons. It's a tragedy to see one's house in such a sorry state. And I always had a few guards in my service, you know. I hope those blockheads died honorably and didn't simply flee at the first sign of danger. Obviously, they fled at the first sign of danger. So his matter contains several items that he doesn't want seen. So he wants us to go through his mansion and clean out any enemies and let him know when the place is clear. Darren is not thrilled by the fact that he has to stroll through this guy's mansion. But it is apparently a caper, and he's down with that. Alright, I understand.
I'll
All
go
right.
ahead.
Let's clean this place out. This isn't too long of a quest. This is certainly not as long as Market Square was. But,
I know the way.
it is a nice one. This is like the start of Camelia's storyline. But it's not even like the good stuff in Camelia's storyline. This is just like the filler stuff.
I am prepared.
We are the light. They are the darkness.
Let's just explodorate that guy real quick. And then run in here, see who else is there. There's a demon! Who'd have thunk
Out
it?
of my sight.
Lan.
Make every strike count.
Nice. Like, that's a lot of damage for a single shot from an archer here. Like, we gotta get things in context. Not everybody can do, like, 40 damage on turn 1 at this point. 38. Not everybody can do 38 damage on the first attack. All the range people.
You're irrelevant.
Okay, she did get a shot off. Just stay here.
I will see to your demise.
Nice. We're gonna make our way up this way,
I
though.
am helpful, am I not?
You are extremely helpful, and my favorite character in the game.
Follow my lead.
Alright, I guess we need to identify it. Sickle of Falter. Whenever a +1 sickle lands a hit on an enemy, the target must pass a reflex saving throw or become staggered for 1 round. Cool. I mean, we're not going to use it.
As it should be.
We are definitely selling it. Chains, handcuffs, shackles, a collection to rival prisons. Collars of various sizes. Whips and floggers.
That is
In
not
his
far.
locked storage room. And this room was locked, which means people weren't in here. Horgus Gwyrm, you and your family have some sick shit going on, don't you? I love it. Some fish. You know what? I just realized the first few times I played this game, I ran into a bug all the time when I was indoors, where characters would get trapped under the ground. Like they'd be walking along and then they'd slip through the ground underground, and then they'd walk around underground, and it would mess things up until you left the area or whatever. That hasn't happened once in this entire playthrough, so I'm thinking maybe they fixed that in one of the patches and I just never noticed. Because I do read all the patch notes, but I don't remember seeing anything about that one. Meanwhile, other bugs that they say they fixed in patches, I'm
I'll
still
go ahead.
seeing sometimes. Yeah, we got everything over there.
I know the way.
Bad guys? No bad guys. Okay. So this is the way into the main hall that we came in on.
Follow my lead.
So this is the next direction.
Time's not waiting.
I refuse to accept their statement.
Oh, 36 damage. Just his guts everywhere. I love how our arrows just explode their flesh all over the place. It reminds me of Skyrim, when you take the things that just make the enemy explode their guts all over the place. Camellia, go in there. Something tells me you know the most about this place. Lan, move up to where you're going to get a shot for sure. Ooh. Oh. Take 5 and
Precision
take a shot.
and grace.
Missed. Lord, you need to take 5 as well. Get out of his reach and then shoot him.
Let's try this one.
Only 25 damage. Only 25. Oh, we're over encumbered. Okay, before we start getting ourselves fatigued from encumbrance, let's drop some of this armor. Let's drop these studded leathers and this leather. 25 is nice. That's magic. Do I have shields? Am I carrying any shields on me? They'd be up here if I was. So no, I'm not really carrying any shields. Shields are not worth very much money, and they are very heavy. These chainmail are probably not worth a ton. And this stuff, it's only worth 62 each. I mean, that's a lot of money. But that gets us to medium encumbrance, so I'm going to rock with that. Armor is not usually worth a ton, but it is... it is very heavy. Elven notes, written in an ancient Elven script. Cool. We have nothing that we can do with that just yet. But there's a lot of books in here. You can see the names of them in the combat log, by the way, if you want to look at them. I'm not going to take the time right now to read through all of these books. This is a lot of lore dump. But I am going to pick them all up. And we are going to keep them in our stash.
As it should be.
That's everything in the library. Hello there. Any more demons? There's a desk.
Far.
No, nothing. So there are places we can't go yet. Opening it is currently impossible, which, you know, gives you the strong hint that, hey, you're gonna be back here eventually. Liz raiding a library, yes. Hey, he told us that we can take whatever we want from here, other than the things that he wants to protect. And we can't go through there yet either. Like, he explicitly said that to us.
Uh-huh.
I hope you appreciate this.
I feel like there's more traps in here than just that one. But I might be totally wrong about that. Hey, perception people. Are there more traps in here? Apparently not. So we got a person, and we've got sophisticated instruments of torture. The purpose of some of them can only be guessed at. Nice. I love how it's a bedroom with torture devices in it. And a small harp on the table. Any other interesting characteristics about this room? Not really. Okay. And the other room, bad guys? Are there bad guys? There's totally bad guys. Okay, cool.
Focus on the goal.
Let's vaporize
This
the bad
will
guys.
hurt.
Yet another obstacle.
Oh my god! Holy balls, 83 damage. So that was a crit. We did 2d8 plus 6 times 3 for our crit. 59 piercing. 4d6, 16 piercing. 2d6, 8 piercing. Sneak. Oh boy. That guy didn't stand a chance. Ramek, this dude and his kinks, you don't know. You have no idea. Like, just wait until we finish this zone. We probably could have attacked
I'll
him.
remove this obstacle.
You can't charge. Just go headlong into there then.
I'll make short work of this. Oh, thank you for amusing me.
Wow, he actually did a lot of damage considering he's Oracle with a shitty crossbow. $1d8 times 2. Like that was a crit. And he confirmed the crit too. Damn.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
There we go.
I'll go ahead.
I don't want the crappy armor. It's just gonna weigh me down. I do want the Master Scimitar and the Composite Longbow, though, because they're relatively light, and they're worth, like, in the hundreds each. 80%. We're going to do a save here. I want to get this.
I am helpful.
This
Am
is
I not?
silver robes, +1 bonus on all saving throws against fear effects. For the moment, we'll wear that. I suppose. Actually, we're wearing a chain shirt. I think it actually goes in this slot, though. For the moment, I'll have Lan wear that. But, where the hell is it? Silver robes, where are you? You're not very heavy, so maybe you're down here. Yeah. You're very light. You're actually 0 pounds. But we're eventually going to give this to, like, our duelist, like our frontline sword saint or whatever, which will probably be Camellia. Alright, let's go upstairs. This door is locked by some unusual or magical means. There is no lock to be seen. But this door...
Let's prove their logic is lacking.
We're immediately engaged upon by a demon. Unfortunate, I did not get the drop on it. And there's another one in there. Perfect. Stay outside and just shoot him.
Out of my sight.
Miss. You can vital strike, though.
Risk.
Ooh. Yeah, Darren doesn't have the ability to shoot into melee very well, but we do. Only 29 damage, reduced to 27. We did get the sneak attack, though. Not 80-something damage, though. We saved 13. Although, instead of being feared because we saved, we still got shaken.
Into the fray!
Yeah, no spells. No spells, just shoot.
Mind over muscle.
3 versus 10. Lan?
Won't survive me.
Cool, second shot? You didn't get a second shot,
I'll
okay.
cut you wide open.
Darren, shoot into melee again.
To your demise.
9 versus 11. 11's not that hard to hit.
Should do it.
Only 20. Miss. Sunder, yes. Waste your turn.
Inheritor, guide my blade.
Sunder is not a waste. Sunder is a good maneuver,
You should
but
have listened to reason.
in this case, it's him wasting his turn because he's not going to be able to capitalize on that. A spoon.
I know the way.
Nothing remarkable or exceptional about that bath. I haven't taken the time to slow down and actually look at all of the details in this place before, which I kind of want to do, and you'll discover why soon. It's the same portrait that was downstairs. Armor, weapons, fantastic. 2 cultists, possibly more.
I know what to do. Let's
Let
try.
me draw the first blood.
So that was a Discari cultist and a Baphomet cultist. Like, this one's Baphomet, the other one was Discari. So we're sort of seeing, you know, that there's 2 different factions of demons active here, and there's actually more than that.
You're irrelevant.
And demons don't get along very well, guys. Demons are by nature chaotic, and they don't work well with each other. So the fact that there's an alliance of demons fighting the Crusaders is a big deal. Oh, 1 damage. 1d6, 1. We don't have finesse training yet.
No glory without risk.
Precision and grace.
Or I guess she's never going to get finesse training. She's going to get, well, if I continued her down this line, she would get fencing grace. I don't see another enemy. Is it invisible? Can you see me? Yeah. He was stealthed, it looks like. 5 damage that time. That's better.
Into the fray.
I'm not going to be able to heal him. So, cure, I need to touch him to cure, and normally he'd be in range. Like, I could walk here and touch him. Oh, no, I can. This is not the first turn of combat. So I should actually be able to cure him. So let's just do it. He still didn't do it. He's holding the spell. Yeah, see, that should only affect us in the first turn of combat. As far as I'm aware, he should be able to cast that cure, move in, and heal him. Because you get to touch, you get to do the touch that cures as a free action when you cast the spell to cure wounds. Forces of chaos never like each other. Yeah, exactly. And there's that's one of the big differences between demons and devils as well, right? Like devils are like the rulers of hell, and demons are of the abyss, and devils are super lawful, super order. There's a hierarchy to everything. Somebody is in control and you follow their orders or you get eaten, right? And demons are very, very much chaotic.
This will hurt.
And very much gonna die. Breastplates are worth a good amount of money, but they're also bonkers heavy. So I'm gonna hold off on taking those for now.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
Before I use this, hold on.
I'll
Do I
let
have
you
any
know.
more uses on this wand? No, the wand is
I
gone.
welcome your company.
Oh! You know what I should do?
Trust me.
I should use Camellia's... Yeah, we should do this first. Use her Hex. Yeah, there we go. All I need to do is survive like one attack.
Save the last one for me.
Oh! Can't believe I didn't get the jump on him. On the bright side, he is flat-footed this turn. This is a surprise round for us, so
I'll
sweet.
remove this obstacle.
I was not expecting that. Enemy over there as well. Cool. You have a Cure Wounds held right now, don't you? You do. So you might as well use it. But again, you have to move, so you can't use it. Ah. That just feels so... The interaction there feels so glitchy to me. Like, when you use Cure Wounds, when you use a touch spell like Cure Wounds or a touch attack spell, you cast it and you hold the spell, right? Like, you charge the spell, you hold it. And then the act of casting it, the action that you use to cast that spell, gives you a free touch. Either a touch attack or a touch, like, it's still a touch attack on a willing person for cure as well. In order to apply that spell. You get it as a free action that turn. Now, this was his first turn in combat. His Oracle thing should affect him this turn. But the last time, that was not his first turn. That was in the combat already. He should have had the ability to use his action that turn as well.
A calculated risk.
Oh my god, we only needed a 2.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
All right.
Mind over muscle. I did not predict so much splatter.
4 damage critical. That's a mighty good critical hit you did there.
The spirits demand your blood.
Oh.
I'll just sit here. Don't worry about me.
Sela got sneak attacked to death. She's not dead, she's just down. What's her HP? -3. I don't think anybody here is going to do crazy AoE damage to us anyway, and this is a Cambion, it's not like a, it's not a cultist, so they're not going to be channeling negative energy. Let's try and go for the kill, though.
Short work of this.
Oh my god. So I think Sela's going to be okay there, if we just leave her on the ground. Who'd he cast on? Camellia. Will save succeeded. So Camellia is just shaken. She was shaken before as well. It's our turn, though. I am better off shooting one of these guys. Because, I mean, if I hit it, I have a chance to do serious damage. Ooh, only 24. You are going to attack here, though. If you kill him, you can still take your second shot. Nice. We hit with both. So Nenio, you do not want to be frontlining, and unfortunately Camellia is the only one on our front line right now. I need to get LAN respect. Oh boy, do I need to get LAN respect. Go ahead and mirror image for me, please. Let's try not to die. Camellia.
You are today's sacrifice!
Ooh. Oh boy. That's mighty not good is what that is. Do you have selective channel? You totally do. That's not in range yet, but if I moved you here, for example, from here you could channel. That actually got Sela up off the ground as well, but I can't actually stand up with Sela because if I do, she's just going to take an attack of opportunity. That's a Sunder. I'm fine with that. That's a wasted turn as far as I'm concerned. Shoot.
Let's try this way.
He's on the verge of going down. The verge. Lan, take him down and then get a good shot on him too.
Endure this!
Nice. Exactly what I asked for.
You should have listened to reason.
1 damage. Camellia.
Go for their hearts!
I love when my Fire Stick swaps internet connections to the shitty one without me knowing. No wonder why he's having connection issues. Yeah, that would do it.
Out of my sight!
So, I assume you're on the move at the moment then? You're mobile? Or are you using a Fire Stick for, like, home internet? That... Not to sound, you know, like an elitist prick, but that sounds a little weird to me.
This will hurt.
But to each their own, if that is the case.
This will leave a bruise.
Oh boy! That was a nice trap, wasn't it? We had a lot of reflex succeeded, though, so that's good. And nobody actually went down from that, so I'm happy to see that. Short bow and an amulet, but that is not an amulet of natural armor. That is a counterfeit Derek Sunhammer's jewelry. And short bow of code. Not composite, just a normal short bow. +1 short bow grants +1 bonus on attack rolls against chaotic creatures. That's actually not bad, considering most things here are chaotic. Just home TV don't have... Oh, okay, home TV. Yeah, that makes sense. I want that. Okay, no trap on this one. I was worried for a second there was a trap on this too.
What a find!
Indeed. Really?
What's on your mind? I wonder.
I failed to open this.
Oh, yes, what?
Is this not... I don't remember. Is this not actually openable at this point in the game? Do I have to do this later? I don't remember this. I would have seen this already. I played this a bunch of times. I just don't remember this. I don't know. Whatever. In any case, we'll be back here eventually. You know, a big eventually. Chatting via Twitch app. Okay, cool. We're almost done with this area, one way or the other.
Did we find trouble? No.
Damn.
They did.
That's a Slayer. He studied a target. Who'd he study? And a Cambion Ranger. Okay, so that was our mirror image went away. I'll check that out. So we've got a Ranger and a Slayer. Slayer is nasty.
A calculated risk.
Let's work on killing him. He acts next, too.
This condition is irrational.
Well, he just killed Nenio. But on the bright side, she's just on death's door, and I'm fine with that.
I'll cut you wide open!
He lands far enough back.
Make every strike count.
I'll just sit here. Don't worry about me.
Sela, who had no life, goes back down again. Darren, please take 5 and move back. Camellia can maybe use a heal here too. You know what? We're gonna channel. Although that's really dangerous because that makes Sela get back up again, and if she gets hit with 3 HP, she very well could die too. But it's okay. They're fine. It's not permadeath. They're only on death's door. She can't stand up. The Slayer will kill her if she stands up.
This should do it.
Oh my god, I only needed a 4 and that would have killed him. Miss. Oh boy. Okay, at least no sneak attacks.
The spirits demand your blood!
We're not flat-footed anymore, and we're not flanked, so he's not going to be sneak attacking us, so that's good.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I was going to say, I really need the Slayer to go down, guys.
Don't worry about me.
Okay, Sela's almost dead. That almost killed her, so yes, that's a thing that happened.
Let's try this way.
Alright, so I've taken care of all the dangers in here. Master Rakukris, that's nice. And a composite longbow.
Oh, what is that?
Some nice scrolls. Stone skin scroll, that's nice. I mean, I'm just gonna sell it because I don't really want any scrolls, but...
That is not far.
Stone skin scroll is a nice scroll. Okay, let's take a quick peek in here again. I mean, I've done this like a million times. And that's just a Cambion body. That we had already looted. I've done this like a million times and I don't actually remember what that is.
A bright future awaits us.
Rules are made to be broken.
Let's channel up a bit. And then let's finish off with some gears.
Turinos. Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos.
Although, I should be using healing potions because I want to reduce the weight in my inventory a bit, and these Cure Light wounds are not going to be useful for that much longer. Like, I'm going to have to use them like 20 at a time in order to do any real curing in the future. The mansion is clean. You're alive. Fine work. My secret door. Oh, this was it. Okay, yeah, okay, I remember what it is. This is a secret door. I'm totally in it again now. Yeah. Camellia is saying family secret about to be revealed. It's so thrilling.
I'll go ahead.
He went that way, so we're just gonna go this way real quick.
I am helpful, am I not?
Magical breastplate, we're definitely taking that. It's just a +1, but I mean, still. Alright, so this portrait here of Horgus Gwyrm and, you know, a woman and a young girl. A happy family, Horgus, an unknown half-elf, and their dark-haired young daughter. The painting is captioned Horgus Gwyrm, Iris, and Camellia. I'd like to point out that somebody in this house likes shackles and chains and whips and torture implements. I'd also like to point out that the master bedroom is up here on this floor, and there was another bedroom downstairs, and the bedroom downstairs is the one that had the torture implements in it, not this one up here. The painting depicts a thin blonde boy with sickly pale skin. The caption reads Horgus Gwyrm, 9 years old. Horgus Gwyrm is not a blonde boy. Horgus Gwyrm is a dark-haired man. In that portrait, at least. Thank you for your help. There's something off about the paintings in front of you. The blonde-haired boy in Gwyrm family colors doesn't look like Horgus in the least. And the girl bears a striking resemblance to Camellia. Who's in the paintings, Horgus? So you noticed. It seems there's no point in hiding anymore. You see, I have two secrets. Camellia is, in fact, my daughter, and I am not the real Horgus Gwyrm. My real name is Darian Witt. My parents were the servants of the real Gwyrms in their mansion on the eastern edge of Mendev. They were generous and noble, but short-sighted. They burned through most of their fortune on charity, when instead they should have taken better care of guarding the mansion. When I was 10 or so, I used to play in the garden with the real Horgus Gwyrm, who was just my age. I have no idea where the demons came from. Horgus ran from the mansion and I bolted the opposite direction. He was captured and killed, and I wasn't. Crusaders came from the nearest city to aid us, but I was the only one who survived. They asked me my name, and I said I was Horgus Gwyrm. That's the whole story. Dun dun dun! Such a heart-wrenching tale. It never brings tears to my eyes. You are in no position to judge me, Camellia. A small boy in a manor under attack by demons. Such a familiar tale. If you remember, we heard the story of Darren. His family at their home outside of the city was killed by demons. In theory, there's a lot of mystery about it. People don't actually know what happened. But we did ask some people about his story, and that's as much as we know right now. We're going to learn a whole lot more about it in the future. Mendev has many such tales, but there are rarely any survivors. Take poor Horgus, for instance. He didn't make it. Your fortunate, Count, assuming you're not hiding anything. A golden opportunity fell right in your lap. Exactly. That was my thinking at first, but the years have given me a different view on things. It's difficult for me to speak openly about secrets which I have kept all these years. I've been hostage to them my entire life, strange as that sounds. Camellia is your daughter? Yes, illegitimate, that is to say. She has resided in this house since birth. The staff thought she was a niece, or the daughter of a friend who died in the Crusades. I never dissuaded them of their notions. Her mother Iris was a half-elf of humble origins. She worked in the gardens here. I wanted to unite the Gwyrm family with another noble line. The Gwyrm name could not be permitted to mix with common... It's not even his name! Could not be permitted to mix with commoners, and thereby plunge into insignificance. Iris did not protest, and we successfully hid our connection. And when Camellia was born, I did not claim her as my own. As far as Mendev knows, Camellia is the daughter of a Gwyrm family servant who died over 10 years ago. And before you start telling me what a terrible father I am, I want to tell you something. My daughter never wanted for nothing, including torture implements and shackles. All her whims were fulfilled as quickly as they arose. I hired the best teachers and bought her the best books. She always ate well and had warm clothes. Oh, she ate well, all right. She ate well, all right. Isn't that what a parent does? You've discovered my most terrible secret. Bullshit. Not your most terrible secret, and I am going to love experiencing your most terrible secret in more details in the future. Father cares so much about the Gwyrm name, he raised me in our mansion, hiding me away from the whole world. I'll always be grateful to my father for everything he's done for me, even if Mendev society disapproves of some of his decisions. Would it be insolent of me to beg for your discretion regarding what you know about us? I love how Darren was all like nonplussed when we got here, like, oh, such a droll thing storming around somebody's mansion, and now he's like, wow, I'm afraid you'd rather put me to shame. Yeah, I'll keep your secret. Please accept my humblest thanks. A hint of a smile plays on her lips. Nenio. Oh, okay. Backstory into Nenio. Keeping secrets is easiest when you don't know about them in the first place. You know, you just forget about your secrets. Keeping secrets is even easier if you're dead. Backstory into Camellia. I love it. Oh my god. This game does this so much better than Kingmaker did. Like, every character is fucked up in so many different ways, and they all have something going on behind the scenes. Like in Kingmaker, Tristan was the only really fucked up character who had something going on behind the scenes that was like absolutely game-changing, detrimental to the world kind of thing. And Like, everybody, companions, all the other NPCs, there's so much more to them in this game than there was in Kingmaker. Kingmaker was a very lawful, on-the-rails game. You could be chaotic, but everything sort of played out lawfully in the end. This game is just all over the place, and I love it. So much deeper. What's it like to live a whole life under someone else's name? When I was a boy, I used to hate Horgus, the condescension most of all, the pity on his face, his smile when he called me to join him in his games. The difference in our birthrights wasn't fair. Yeah, on that day, life was fair. Oh. And then he became what he hated. Oh, brilliant. And now what can I do? Reveal the truth, reject a name, and allow it to sink into oblivion? No, it's totally you now, dude. I still serve Horgus Worm. What are you gonna do? First and foremost, I shall reward you handsomely. Right, we negotiated the price up. We doubled the price. And then I shall burn these portraits. Prepare to die. No. You earned your payment. It was a pleasure doing business with you. He can tell by the look on her face that she enjoys fighting with us. I actually think that what she enjoys with us is the killing. Do you notice, like, when she charges into battle, a lot of the time she's like, she's talking about how she's gonna kill this person and about, like, the world in crimson and all of these things. Just the pure joy of killing in her voice. I love it so much. She doesn't answer but looks at Horgus with a half smile lingering on her lips. Oh. I can no longer keep you safe. Nice. I love this story so much, and this is only scratching the surface of it. We're not even digging deep into this story yet. Burn canvases. Usually you see them on fire. We don't see him letting them on fire right now. So he burned the paintings. And we're done here. So next we're going to go to, I guess, the Tirabade mansion and hope Nenio doesn't die. If she does, we do have 2 of Tarindalev's scales. Yeah, I still have 2 of Tarindalev's scales on me, so if she dies, it's fine.
I know the way.
Actually, if she dies, we can resurrect her and we can recover any fatigue she has, so strategically, her dying might actually be to our benefit. And Sela is still blind, yes. Okay, that's good. Our weight is fine. It's a little high. But these are also worth a lot of money. You know what, this is not. We'll dump the scale mail. We're still heavy though. Ugh, okay, fine, leave. I'm carrying an entire library worth of books in our bag of holding as well, though, so that makes sense. So yeah, I think we go to the Tirabade residence, and then we'll make our way back to Market Square, and then we'll head back to Defender's Heart. Only because we're so full up on stuff. Unfortunately, I think that means we're not going to hit the Tower of Estrad before... It depends. I don't actually know what scripts the attack on Defender's Heart. For a while, I thought it was once you do either Blackwing Library or the Temple of Estrad, the next time, like the next day that passes, you get an attack on Defender's Heart. So you can't do both of them. But I suspect that maybe it's going to happen anyway. But I'm going to try and get back there and respec before the attack happens. And then hopefully we make it out to the Tower of Estrad again. I have to go all the way through Market Square to get there. And I want to respec before I go to the Tower of Estrad. Yeah. You know what? I'm not going to try and min-max our time spent. I'm not going to try and save everybody. I'm not going to worry about, you know, killing the people there before the attack. I'm not going to worry about saving the Crusaders who are with the Storyteller at Blackwing Library. Even though they give you a really great haste buff if you do save them on the attack on Grey Garrison. I'm gonna take a cool and relax, and let's just get these locations done. It's gonna take 6 hours to get to the Tirabade residence, which means it's gonna take 6 hours to get back from it too. That's half a day just traveling there. We're gonna be fatigued. We are so gonna be fatigued. We're already fatigued. Nobody's exhausted yet, though. Okay. Doing this fatigued is probably not smart. I'm going to do a quick save. I think I'm going to do this location fatigued. No, we might as well rest here, right? Because I have to rest when we leave anyway. So if I'm going to rest, what I'm going to use for her... For the time being, we probably should have kept that magic missile prepared. I want a color spray. And I guess just load her up on magic missiles for the time being. Mirror image, a glitter dust, and 2 pits. I'm fine with that. Okay. That'll do for now. Who has my charisma? I had a charisma thing. Who did I give it to? Her. Perfect. What are the black lined areas on the map? You see nature checks when we pass through them. These are the big gorges and cracks and stuff that Discari caused. Just areas of destruction in general. So it takes longer to pass through them, and we have to pass nature checks to have effects, to get through them, to not be fatigued, to have certain effects happen, and all that kind of stuff. So to get through this one over here, and because there's a wall that runs this way, we pass through this wall at Market Square. So to get down here to the Tower of Estrade, we actually have to go up to Market Square and down because there's a wall separating it. But it also allows us to pass through this crack here without penalty. But again, we passed through it up here when we went to the Thieflings as well, so it's not like it's... You can do it, it's just a hindrance. We might as well rest now, though, so let's take a peek. What are we going to be doing to rest? Protective rituals. I mean, Seal is going to be the best at this. Camouflage. I'm going to be the best at that. For watch, I'm the best watchman, but I can have Lan do one. Is anybody else in the party good at camouflage? Totally. Seal is -7. That's beautiful. Perfect camouflage. No, gotta be me. I'd rather have somebody who can camouflage us than have people on watch, in all honesty. I need a cook. Cook will be Nenio. And then the second watch will be... other way around. First watch will be there. Second watch will be Camellia, and we'll have Darren assist. So they're going to have a +7 against 10 DC. And we're going to cook the hearty meal. We're only ever going to cook the hearty meal in this playthrough, guys. I am never going to cook anything else. 0 camo, hiding in plain sight, yeah. Silas is -7, so that's not just hiding in plain sight. That's, you know, like Hunger Games style, lighting a bonfire and revealing your presence to everybody. And I'm not going to rest for 12 hours. I am only going to rest for... Oh, I was expecting that to be 9 hours. Okay, never mind. We're going to rest for 12 hours. Is that because we're overloaded? Like we're heavy? I'm going to have to research why that's 12 hours instead of 9.
Lon, satisfy my curiosity. Has anyone ever mistaken you for an animal?
Oh, I do it every day.
No. What about you?
Sweet. Man, we built up a lot of corruption even with success on that. Divine rituals allow you to move faster on the global map. Cool. I mean, we're going in here, though. There's a good amount of money in here and some various other stuff. I definitely want to hit this location up. But I want to do it carefully, because there's also some fights here. Bonfire for camo, isn't that just rolling intimidation at that point? Maybe. If it's a particularly good bonfire. If it's like an America Firk Yeah bonfire where you're using like rockets and shit like that as your... as part of the fire, then yes. That's intimidation. Entranced fighter. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not going to try and get you out of your...
Oh! Certain.
Really? What did I need? I have plus 10. I needed a 6. And I rolled a 2. Bull nuts. Bull testicle nut fuckers. Did I mention this stream is not for children, by the way? This stream is not for children.
You won't survive me.
Damn. Darren.
I will see to your demise.
One of my ranged people, please connect with this fool.
This obstacle.
Sela, move up, but don't go in his direction just yet. I'm a little concerned that there's another enemy here.
You are today's sacrifice.
There is, in fact, another entranced fighter over here.
Endure this.
None of my archers are really doing anything worthwhile here.
Precision and grace.
Cool. What's this guy gonna do? Move in. All right. Ooh. He really moved in, but he moved into Sela. That's fine. Let's kill him. Yeah, there we go. 30 damage. Nice. I am loving this one-shot, one-kill Rowdy rogue build. Like, it's...
Mind over muscle.
There are times when it's frustrating. Like, every time you miss, it's so frustrating because you're not putting multiple shots downrange the way that a rapid shot one would. But I am loving just the, like, 40 damage hits at level 4.
The light. Take
They feel nice. They feel nice. That's what I was afraid of. Something like that showing up and using negative channels on us. Ugh. I'm gonna let the ranged people deal with that.
Their hearts. The world
We're gonna deal with this guy. Lan. Oh, you only get one shot on him? I'm gonna try and shoot him, and I'm gonna try and delete him myself. I want the 2 shots.
Make every strike count.
Man.
I'll make short work of this.
Wowzers. I'm not too afraid of it, because these guys are out of range, are they not? Who rolled a save on that? Nenio did roll a save, and Darren did roll a save. Did Lan? Lan rolled a save. Okay, so they're actually hitting everybody. Everybody's in range of that. So he has to die.
Risk.
We did 28 damage. It was reduced from 30. He's close to dead, but he's not dead yet.
To reason.
No glory without
Okay.
risk.
He acts next, though, so...
Into the fray.
That's inflict wounds mass, not channel negative energy. Okay. Man, if I was a Dampier, I would not fear that at all.
I'll cut you wide open.
I wonder, should we do a Dampier for our Lich playthrough? An evil Dampier? Like, when we become a Lich, I want to play something that's like a Holy Caster, so maybe a Cleric of some sort. Or a War Priest or something. But... Or an Inquisitor. That would be cool. An Inquisitor who goes dark and becomes a Lich instead. But being a Dampier would give us negative energy affinity, and we'd like heal off of negative energy and whatnot. But I think becoming a Lich makes you partially undead, and you'd get that anyway, don't you?
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I might be totally incorrect about that. But if we have the Death Domain, like if we're a Cleric with a Death Domain, I think at level 8,
sight.
with the Death Domain you get that as well.
This should do it.
Wow, I missed. What did I roll? 2. 2. I needed a 4. Ballsack. Can we kill this guy before he acts again,
I'll remove
please?
this obstacle.
Nope. I mean, Sela has a chance.
The Inheritor, guide my
Nope.
blade.
Okay, but he's not casting a spell because we're engaging him.
Spirits command your blood.
Yeah, so since he's not channeling, since he's casting a spell, channeling does not provoke attacks of opportunity, but casting a spell does. So if he cast his inflict wounds again, mass inflict wounds, it would trigger an attack of opportunity.
You won't survive me.
I don't want those heavy shields. And those breastplates are worth good money, but I can't afford to take them. I don't have enough weight for that.
Follow my lead.
Yeah, we're already pushing up heavy. Speaking of which, about 8 hours fatigue period. So 9 hours went up to what, 21 hours was it? So or no, it went to 12 hours, right? So that would be 3 hours. I don't know.
As it should be.
Let's go inside. Okay, I'll point out that we just heard stealth happen again. Remember when we went into that basement and we heard a spell go off as soon as we entered? I just heard a spell again here. Do I have detect invisibility, like see invisibility anywhere? I have stone skin. I don't think I have anybody with it on them.
Anything new?
I have a glitter dust though. If I know where they are, I can glitter dust them. But I don't know where they are.
Interesting.
We definitely want this trap disabled. So there's a fighter in here
Appreciate this.
who is entranced.
Rely on me.
Let's have some fun.
I was hoping to get the shot on him before that happened, but it's okay. We rolled first initiative anyway.
Let's try this way.
38 sneak and he survived. And he's got a good amount of HP left too. Wow. Oh boy. That's nutso. Let's just magic missile him. Didn't kill. Camellia blocked the door for me. There's something else in there. Sela blocked the door for me. And let's hope whatever else is in there doesn't come out here and murder us. It's not an extra planar murder pony though, so.
This will hurt.
31, very nice. And Nenio. Succubus. Use dominate person. Sela's will saving throw succeeded. Okay, so she attempted to dominate Sela, but Sela's will saving throw succeeded. Difficult DC was 21 and we got a 21. It took a 12 to do with our 9 modifiers, so it's good that she attacks Sela. Like the paladin. Who has divine grace. Oh my goodness. That might have gone very poorly if it was anyone else. We're gonna use our spiritual weapon enhancement here, which is a swift action. And honestly, I kind of want to protect us from chaos as well. And then we're gonna move in.
Today's sacrifice.
What do we see? Loot. We saw that. Cool. Move in. She can't attack because she cast a spell, obviously, but... I'm gonna use a smite. And let's go.
Glory without risk. The light take you.
Darren, I don't need to channel energy here. I'm gonna bless us though. Oh, Camelia's not in the bless. Damn. Oh well. Move up anyway. Alright. Let's see what we do against a succubus if we can hit it.
A calculated risk.
We missed. AC is 26. Oh my goodness, we have 12. So that was a 17. I need 9 more on that. So I need to roll a 14 to hit. Damn. I mean, that's doable. I'm gonna take the extra attacks here.
Endure this!
Yeah, they want me to use things that hit against their touch AC. So this is sort of Pathfinder mechanics. People have a AC, they have a flat-footed AC, and they have a touch AC. So AC is like their armor when they're in combat, just, you know, normal. Flat-footed AC is just with like their armor added in. So you're flat-footed, you're caught off guard, but you have a crap ton of heavy armor on, right? You're still protected. If somebody swings at you, even if you can't defend yourself, your armor will protect you anyway. So you lose your dexterity bonus and anything else when you're flat-footed. So dexterity tanks are not good when they're flat-footed, but they're great when they're in combat. And touch AC is the other way around. Touch AC, you don't get your armor bonuses, but you get your dex bonuses. So if we can hit him with a touch attack, which includes like a wizard's range touch attack and all that kind of stuff, it's only 11. So the succubus has a really low touch AC. On the downside, she has 19 spell resistance, which means even if I hit her with a touch attack spell, I'm never going to get through that. Like, I would need a wizard who has greater spell focus, and spell penetration just to have a snowball's chance in hell of having a snowball hit this succubus right now. And actually, like, do damage to her. So that's why I'm saying, like, damage dealing casters in this game are not as good as they were in Kingmaker. In Kingmaker, you could throw fireballs everywhere and vaporize people left, right, and center. In this game, like, you will constantly hit resistances that just, your spells just poof. But it's not worth taking a crossbow shot on her. It's worth taking a touch attack, so... Yeah. We hit. We rolled a 13 against her 11. We successfully hit, but we failed to overcome her spell resistance. We rolled a 2 plus 6, and her resistance is 19. So with a plus 6, that means I need to roll a 13 just to overcome her spell resistance after I successfully hit her 11 AC with a plus 2. That's a negative level. That's... On the bright side, we got an attack of opportunity and we hit her on the attack of opportunity and did 4 damage. We rolled a 19 in order to do that. So that's good. I mean, I can bane her, but that's not going to benefit me too much.
Go for their hearts!
Wow. 20 versus 16. That was decent. I could Divine Favor us to sort of maximize our chance here. I can also... She's not undead, though. I can't damage undead on her. Yeah, she is an outsider. Immune to electricity, magic missile. So she's immune to magic missile, force strike. She's immune to going prone because she's winged. Acid, cold, and fire damage reduction in addition to 19 spell resist that we have to get. And good and cold iron will do damage to her. So I've got that. I just have to break her AC, is all there is to it. Now, a Sword Saint would be great here because a Sword Saint has... Well, sorry. A Sword Saint has an Arcana that lets you force your attack against their touch AC, or lets you force their attack against different things, like deny them their dexterity bonus, or force it against their touch AC. But you don't actually get that until a little bit later. We would not have access to that even if we had a Sword Saint in the group right now.
Into the fray! Ah!
Oh, good hit. We're gonna need some more of those. I mean, I could give us a channel. We have selective channel, and I could give us a channel, and that would top us off. So I can no, this I need greater restoration, or not greater, regular restoration for, right? Yeah. Lesser restoration won't even clear that negative level. I can't afford her to, like, if she takes 4 negative levels right now, she dies. And if I Bane, it's a will negate. What's her will? Plus 11. I don't think the Bane is going to be very effective right now. I can't move in to cast the Shield of Faith. It's a touch range, and I can't actually get there and do it because Darren is terrible at moving to locations and doing stuff in his standard build. So I think this is just a channel. Top our people off. He has selective channels, so... And then I'm taking a shot and hoping I hit. If I hit, I am applying a -2 AC to her, so that's good. I'm almost tempted to turn off Deadly Aim here. I'm going to turn off Deadly Aim so that I have +1 to hit.
This should do it.
4 versus 13. Okay. I'm tempted to do that on land, too. Oh, right. Hold on. 1 point from his keep is a standard action to gain temporary intuitive insight into the immediate future during his next attack. The mug's next single attack roll, if it is made before the end of the next round, gains +20 insight bonus. He's not affected by the mischance that applies to attackers trying to strike concealed target. He's not attacking this turn if I do that. I could give him 3 attacks this turn. Or I can basically say, hey, I'm going to hit you next turn. Alright. Hey, I'm going to hit you next turn. I'm going to move into a place where I can... Watch, she's going to dominate Lan. And then I'm going to have to fight against my own Lan. And he's going to have True Strike turned on. Nenio. I mean, Color Spray is something. Glitter Dust isn't going to help me here. I think we just shoot the Ray of Frost at her again. She's not immune cold, Rhea. She has resistance to cold and acid. She's not immune to either, so we could, yeah, Ray of Frost is better. 1 damage, 19 versus 9. I know she has resistance. But it's damage. Okay, Claws, that's good. She didn't try and kiss her, so we didn't get negative levels. And she didn't try and dominate anybody. So that is perfect as far as I'm concerned.
I'll cut you wide open.
1 versus 14. Love those natural ones, ladies and gents. Love those natural ones.
The Inheritor, guide my
14
blade.
versus 15. If we weren't fighting defensively, we would have gotten that, but, you know, whatever. Darren does nothing. He's just going to shoot this turn.
I will see to your demise.
He needs a natural 20 to hit, though. Oh, boy.
Let's try this one.
29 damage. I do like those hits, man. I do like those hits. All right, Lan. Now, it's the first single attack. It doesn't say I need to use a standard action, does it? Okay, I use that as a standard action. The next single attack roll, so it's the first roll off of this attack that's going to get this, right? Because it doesn't say the next standard action single attack I take, it's just the next single attack roll. And my full action is going to take 2 single attacks, or it's actually going to take me 3 attacks, because I'm going to use key power here as well. So the first one should get a plus 20.
Make every strike count.
And it was against 2, and we hit it. It's funny how it was against 2, oh, because a 1 is a natural miss. So yeah, it's going to be against 2. Sweet. All right. So I can pretty much guarantee, as long as I don't roll a 1, I can hit the succubus every other turn until Lan runs out of key points. So that's something. That's a spell resistance again. We hit again. We rolled a 21 to hit against 9. Oh! I hit with my attack, so I lowered its AC by 2. So instead of 11, it's against 9 now on its touch AC. So I obviously hit its touch AC. But again, we did not overcome its spell resist. But that means it's easier for everybody to hit this turn. Okay, 2 claw attacks. I'm good with that. Camellia.
The spirits demand your blood.
Damn.
The light, take you.
That's frustrating, man. I'm not healing
Precision
yet.
and grace.
17 versus 20. He needs that natural 20 to hit. All right, let's get this hit too.
This will hurt.
Damn. All right, well, the bonus is gone now. So we're back to normal. I'm going to use this again. Next turn.
You're irrelevant.
It's not going to be enough damage to kill her, unfortunately. I'm going to have to get 1 fluke attack in as well. Camellia's holding up to the claws fine.
You are today's sacrifice.
Into the fray.
Man, I can't wait till they get enough Bab to attack twice. Actually, it's not going to happen. I'm going to be respecking them
I'll
soon.
make short work of this.
Okay. Me hit?
Calculated risk.
Nope. All right, Lan. I'm not going to use the extra attack this time, just in case I need another True Strike.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
We missed that attack. But see, she only needs a 9 to hit with a spell, because it's a touch attack for her. Man, having a Sword Saint with the ability to hit their touch AC would be great.
Go for their hearts.
Good job, Camellia. And you crit for 7 damage, too. That if ever I needed you to do a decent amount of damage, it was this time.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Maybe Darren can finish her off.
Out of my sight.
Nope. He needs a natural 20 to hit after all.
This should do it.
Fitting. Fitting. We spitball her down, and then I hit her for 28 damage all at once. Rapier +1. That's nice. Also a Cloak of Disguise. +3 competence on stealth skill checks. That's nice. And this is just a regular breastplate. I'm not taking that. It's too heavy. And Irabeth's letter. Anevia, if you're reading this, know that I'm alive and rallying a troop of survivors to rise to the city's defense. We're going to fight our way to the Defender's Heart Tavern, set up our command there, and hold the line until help arrives. Or if the goddess wills it, we'll launch an attack on the Grey Garrison. I love you, and trust that we will see each other again in this world. Irabeth. And an 830 gold, and some diamond dust, and The Crusades as Seen by Ordinary Folk by Tullius Mara. Okay.
Far.
That was a fight. I can't wait to respec our characters, guys. I really want to be doing that today. Let's do some exploration. I'm exploring, and watch me run into like demons or something while I'm on map mode. That seems to be it, though. All right, let's go. Yeah, Camellia will be okay. Famous last words, right? More for the walking library. Yes, exactly, Ramek. I'm going to be dumping the library in my chest eventually back at the tavern, but it's going to be a little bit till we get there. Okay, we don't need to go here. This is just a it's not an actual like random location or a location that we scouted. It's just a place where we can get consumables, so it's not worth it. Just like this other thing up by here, this is not worth it. The Fallen Horse is just for consumables. We're heading back to Market Square. Can I get there before fatiguing? I think I might be able to. I might have to fight the attack on Defender's Heart with these characters without respecking. I think it might happen after my next rest. If it's not scripted to happen after you do one of these two locations, I think it might happen after my next rest. Because I've rested twice already. There's fatigue. Just on me, though. There's fatigue on most of the others. You know what? I'm fine with that. Let's enter. I am not fine with me having fatigue penalties to my dexterity at the moment, though, so I am going to use Lay on Hands on myself. And actually, Darren has Restoration now.
Never fun.
I have 4 casts of Restoration. And I have 4 fatigued people. Don't mind me. My Lay on Hands can also remove it, but actually I have 5 casts of Lay on Hands too.
We stand.
Okay. I'll use a bit of both.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
I heed the voice of the
And she's going to use her Hex on herself as well. There we go. So we're back on this map for a couple of reasons. First, I need to talk to this guy, but I'm not going to do that yet. Before we talk to that guy, we're going to go talk to Horgus Worm. And we're going to tell him that we're not going to kill the priest that he sent us to kill, Ramian. Or not Horgus Worm, Holrune. Did I say Horgus Worm? That's Camelia's father. We're going to talk to Holrune. I should be able to tell him I'm not going to kill him. Why can I not tell him I'm not going to kill him? Did I finished the conversation with Ramian, did I not?
What a find!
Ooh, what did I find? Loot! I missed loot the first time I came through here? Sacrilege! I swear I talked to him already. Did I not use the right lines? Is there a chance you can resolve your conflict? Oh, I didn't ask the right thing when I was here last time, guys. I think it'd be simpler if you just kill him. Okay, there we go. Alright, now we're gonna go back to Horgus Worm. Not Horgus Worm, Holrune. Oh my god, why do I keep saying that? Right here. Why do I keep saying that? They're both H names, I guess, guys. That must be why. It's totally why. It's probably because I say Horgus Worm so much more than I say Holrune. Holrune is irrelevant after this. We can potentially kill him here, even. He only wants what's good for Canabras. I would consider those words an admission of treason from anyone else, but I showed him the light of heaven, which puts me higher on the totem pole than him. I won't ask you to kill him again. Okay, cool. And now let's tell Ramian about the decision. And then we're going to go back and talk to the Desnan. I have a little bit of business on this map, and then I get to head back to the Defender's Heart. I calmed him down a little, but he's still hell-bent on driving you out of the city once the demon attack is repelled. Yeah, go see Irabet. Okay, so he knows Anevia. Cool. Awesome. Quest complete. And now let's get the other Desnan quest taken care of. That is going to have me move back over to here. And remember that peacock helmet-looking MF that we talked to like 2 sessions ago? No, it was last session. It was yesterday that we talked to him. And I told you that he has to survive. And he was all like, oh, I have no cure spells prepared today. I probably should have prayed harder to Iomade. Yeah. Sounded a little bit suspicious, a little shifty, right? Well, there is a reason for that. I'm going to position myself thusly as well, just in case. Pardon me, I saw you with that shawl. Does that mean that you're a friend of Aranka's? Remember the shawl that Aranka gave us? What am I saying? Of course it does. So, this dude is the wizard, or the sorcerer, wizard, whatever the magic caster was. Inquisitor. Adept Thal of the Temple of Desna, you are under arrest for suspicion of treason. And here's the traitor who almost corrupted the Wardstone with his magic. God, Holrune, I dislike you so much sometimes. I can't stand for this. Your paranoia has poisoned your minds. I've had enough of this. I'm gonna use the good thing here. You bear the gift of heaven and you're taking sides of a delinquent and conspirator. Yeah, we're gonna reveal the light of heaven again. Just to once again reinforce on this asshole that we are the person in charge in this situation and not him, and he answers to us. And his Inquisitor, I get to act on my own, blah blah blah. Now that Terendelev is gone, I am the authority in this town bullshit needs to go away. Okay. I usually actually kill him here. If you use the chaotic expression here, I'm pretty sure he just attacks you, even after you've shown him the light of heaven, and you just kill him. But I'm letting him live this time, and I want to see what happens as a result of that in the long run. Thank you. I've been done for without you. The Inquisition has gone too far. That's it. I don't believe I'll get a fair hearing from Holrune. No, you won't. I get the feeling I'm going to end up having to kill him in the future anyway. Okay, so he's going to the Temple of Desna. So that's it. Success, ladies and gentlemen. So this is what you need to do in order to unlock the Azata path. We're not going to go Azata in this playthrough, but you have to have unlocked the Azata path and then do another Desna Shrine thing on a different map later on in order to recruit Arushale at level 8 when you attack Dresden. And I really, really want to recruit Arushale. She's the final core member of my party, and I want her as soon as possible. I don't have to wait till like level 10, I think it is. Deep into Act 3 when you can normally recruit her. Camellia, why are you so far behind? You're light encumbered. Were you running in circles with crappy pathfinding for a while? Is that what was going on? I love seeing people on death's door. On hard difficulty and core difficulty, there's no death's door, guys. So when somebody goes on death's door, it just means they died. Like they're dead. You have to use a resurrection thing to bring them back. So I'm not used to seeing the blood splatter of death's door. That's a normal difficulty and easier thing. If it isn't our rescuer, it's good that you've come. Sit with us. Stopping for a minute won't hurt. I'll sit with you. They decided to give us a gift. Our gift is a song, of course, coming from a bard. We call it Starward Gaze, which is the name of this quest. And what you want to do to unlock the Azata Mythic Path is to sing the song with Arende here. When the music stops, Lurt finds himself in a place that looks nothing like the ruins of Canabras. It all happens in the space of a blink. He closes his eyes on one word and reopens them on another one entirely. A delicate twilight envelops this new world, with streaks of moonlight breaking through the gloom. Lurt is standing in a shallow stream of murmuring water deep in a forest. So the Azata are like fairy people. They're like fairies, and they're all about freedom and liberation and frolicking and doing whatever you want chaotically, but good. Chaotic in a good way. And it's a great mythic path. There's a lot of really cool stuff that happens from it, and you get a pet like fairy dragon who grows up to be this badass big fairy dragon, and you get to like ride the fairy dragon. So it is nuts. It's just Trickster is more nuts, and we're playing Trickster in this particular playthrough because that fits our character. We make our way along the stream. No, I'm going to climb up a tree and play on a vine swing. Where am I? Fairy people! Don't you know where you are? There are plains of breathtaking beauty and plains of astounding wonders, but only Elysium is woven from the craving for beauty and the belief in wonders. Who are you? We are Azatas, the children of freedom, says one of the creatures. How did I get here? We don't know how you came to be here. Mortals rarely come to Elysium during their lifetime, but here you are, which means that something must have brought you. Something in your soul. If your soul did not harbor even the slightest spark of freedom, yearning, and compassion, you would never have found your way here. I wish I could stay forever. Alright, yeah, so we're gonna use the Azata Mythic Path. I had a vision. I was in Elysium, and the Azatas spoke to me. It's a sign. The sign that Desna herself has turned her gaze on you. You helped us and protected Wallflower from the Inquisitors, even though it wasn't your responsibility. Okay. And we, as a result of this, also recruit the Desnans for the assault on the Grey Garrison, which is going to be a helpful thing, too. And actually, if we look at... what quest is it? There. Clerics of Desna have joined the Crusaders, and the Thieflings have joined us. There's also a group of Crusaders up at the Blackwing Library, or whatever it is. But Blackwind Live, whatever the name of the place is. But I don't think we're going to get them. They're probably the most important, most powerful group. Although the Desnans can put demons to sleep, which is pretty good. But I still don't think we're going to get them. I suspect it's not going to happen. Am I done with this map? Estrad, Storyteller, that's Blackwing Library. Be prepared. Chili Creek, that's not until the next act. I need to talk to Forn, okay. We need to talk to her back at the Defender's Heart. That's done. I need to talk to Nenio. Oh, and this Days of Strife that never happened to me before. I still need to do that back at Defender's Heart as well. Okay, cool. Back to Defender's Heart then. I don't know if the attack is going to come before we are there, but I think we're going to respec. Random encounter. I've spotted the enemies. Sure, let's fight them. It might be worth resting now just to be sure, but, you know, whatever. It'll be fine.
Let's try step on their toes as well.
I did 32 damage to that giant fly. Gained 18 experience. Do they have a stealth centipede? Is that what's going on here? Or like a spider somewhere? I don't want to move everybody out. They've got another fly. It was just really far away. We got an attack of opportunity on it. She's not fatigued yet, so she can charge. Darren, take 5, please. And you might as well shoot it.
To your demise.
1 damage. That was a... It wasn't a crit. We rolled a 20, but we failed to confirm the crit. Take 5, get out of its reaction range, and kill it.
You've marched me to the bones today.
You bet I did, Lan. You bet I did. Any exhaustion? Nope, no exhaustion. Thank goodness. All right, we made it. So let's turn in a bunch of these quests, and I think what we're going to do is respec and plan our party out. And then we'll see what time it is after that, because that might take us a little bit of time. After we plan our party on respec, we should rest to get all of our new spells and everything refreshed.
As it should be.
Let's go in here, though. All right. So this is the Eldori one, the Jana Eldori and Sela and Curl and the knight, whatever his name is. Ellen? Was that his name? Elan, yeah. The fearless warriors of the League of the Inspiring Cart. So they're actually going to call their little beer run something. They're making like an order out of their beer run. Ugh. So they're using the beer for a party. Have I ever turned down merrymaking a good company? Ha! Raise a mug! Nice. With paladins, knights, and sword lords, they're referring to Jana Eldori here. She's an Eldori, so she's theoretically a sword lord. Tell me about your order, Elan. As stories go, it's not very entertaining. Born far to the south in Endoran, I lost my parents early, led the life of a simple mercenary, but often questioned the path I'd chosen. So he's just a knight. He chose another path. Yeah, he's just a knight who joined the Crusades, essentially. So far. On the surface, there's not a lot going on. They patrol the lands along the Wardstone line. Jana, have you been with the Eagle Watch? No, she just joined the other day. Remember, Erebeth told us that. She signed up 4 days before the demon attack. Is she lucky or what? Oh, yes. An apprentice of a famous fencing master from Mivan. Cool. Bickering in the River Kingdoms. I just came to Mendev. Makes sense. I mean, we've seen the internal politics of the River Kingdoms in Kingmaker, and yes, I absolutely understand. It's glitching through sandbags, Ramek. This is the one we're talking about right here? I'm assuming? Yes. It's going like cat shit insane because you know what cats are like. What about Curl? How did you get condemned? You got condemned by doing what everybody else was doing. Yeah, I don't exactly believe you, Curl. I call bullshit. Got caught stealing. Made him choose between prison and the condemned. Great. The thing is, I never trusted him even from the beginning. And like just the whole he's lying to his friends thing when you first meet him. And I'm like, yeah, okay. That story's going somewhere. How do you all know Sela? I met my noble sister on the road to Canabras. Cool. So this is not like a tight-knit group, and especially Sela is not like super tight-knit with these people, but they are sort of acquainted with each other, and Sela especially is just sort of acquainted with them. And you know those kinds of groups where you get acquainted with them and you all think highly of each other, or you all think you think highly of each other, but because you're not really friends, deep down they have their own thoughts about you, and you have your own thoughts about them, and they aren't necessarily like, oh, you're so great, I like spending time with you, we're best buddies kind of thing. Yeah, there's some of that going on here. Curl's a great lad. Sure. I'll have to just believe you. Ilan's in trouble. He doesn't want to bother anybody. Well, whatever, tell me more. Minor problems. A paladin of Iomedae and her friends certainly have more important things to do. Just tell me what the issue is. Life of a crusader. Abandoned life of a mercenary and came to Mendev. Still nothing about what he needs done. Okay, his beloved is now safely away from Canabras. Oh, good. That's fortunate. That's not the kind of thing that you usually hear in these kinds of stories. For half a year, I've been getting up my courage to propose to her. Ordered a ring from Derek Sunhammer. Awesome. I have a bunch of counterfeit Derek Sunhammer jewelry. Ha ha ha, who'd have thunk it? The best jeweler in Mendev. Independent nightly orders live mostly off donations. Lost the ring during a demon attack. It's probably at their camp outside of the city, so we get to go there in the next act. We can't go there yet. So, yeah, I'll help. In the next act, we'll go to this campsite and try and get your jewelry for you. We need to talk to Nenio. I don't know if this is voice acted. I kind of hope it is. Nope. Boy, am I pleased to meet with you. I asked you to bring me to safety, and that's exactly what you did. Indeed, having a follower to aid me is most efficient and, frankly, pleasing. With you on hand, I shall conquer new horizons, plumb the depths of knowledge hitherto unknown, and scale the dizzying heights of future discoveries. What I mean is, I would like to express my deepest gratitude. I foresee immense potential in our future cooperation. Sure. If we hold hands, we won't be able to go in front of me and lead the way. Nice. You are the catalyst, which, when it reacts to my intellect, will allow the latter to grasp the very essence of the universe itself. Huh? Who are you? She was just telling us about how we're the catalyst of her intellect, and now she's like, who are you? Oh yes, my new follower. Yes, she's a bit of an ashling in many ways. It's not just a name. It's not just like a Welsh and Irish name, by the way. It's a term that means like wandering spirit, essentially. Ashling, or sometimes like Americans will say the word as aisling. A-I-S-L-I-N-G. Oh yes, my new follower. What am I supposed to do? Verbal encouragement. Your modest nature was unsettled by the overabundance of my gratitude. Okay, so she wants us to go to the Nameless Ruins with her. Cool. Quickly, say a word and I'll rhyme with it. Science. That's what thinkers make alliance. Intellectual defiance. Nice. Not the best rhymes, don't you think? No, but you know, you're still making it happen. I don't care if she calls me by name or if she calls me boy. My character doesn't really care about that. Just like her character doesn't really care about calling people by name, my character doesn't really care about being called by name. Okay, cool. Nice. Getting a little jab in at the Inquisitors as well. I need to check my inventory real quick. Okay. Please review my inventory here. I want you to notice something, and we're gonna put a lot of stuff in the chest before we go to sleep. But notice there's nothing suspicious or out of the ordinary about it right now. It's just all the items that I've picked up to this time. Cool. What else? Who do I need to talk to? I need to talk to a cleric. Do one of these guys have any... This is legitimately a quest that I don't know what to do on, because I'm plagued by terrible dreams. I've never experienced this in any of my playthroughs till this point. If we were anywhere else, I would simply tell you to get some rest, but we're on the border of the world wound, and I'm all too aware of what's happening to you. As you know, the wound is a rift between Galarian and the Abyss. Many soldiers fighting in the world wound experience similar things, terrible nightmares. But we're trained to help you with this affliction. Huh. Is it because I didn't touch the altar outside? Okay. Okay. Let's take a peek here. We're gonna go outside. I did not touch this altar in this playthrough when I came through before. And I've always touched this altar before. Is it magic because I touched the altar now? That goes away? Like, it seems to be just a lesson in corruption. Yeah, well, the quest is complete, so cool. I have stuff to buy, but I also have people to talk to. I need to talk to this guy, For an Autumn Haze. I met Kaelessa. Under what circumstances? I hope you seize the opportunity to kill her. Are you certain of your allegations? I am. Her misdeeds are terrible and proven with absolute certainty. I'd like to point out that For an Autumn Haze is kind of a racist elf. Like most elves tend to be. She claims she doesn't serve the demons, and she certainly looks like a drow to me. Of course she does. In an attempt to buy her life, she would stoop to the boldest and most egregious of lies. I let her go. Your decision is regrettable. I'm afraid that in doing so, you've condemned her many future victims to death. I suppose it just means that bringing this hunt to a close falls upon my shoulders. Cool. Quest complete. For now. Tower of Estrad. Blackwing Library. Allies. Be prepared. Act 2. Wait for Kaelessa's schemes to be revealed. That's not going to happen anytime soon. Nameless Runes with Nenio is next act. Houndheart's Camp is next act. Okay. So we've taken care of everything except for the locations that are on the map. I don't need to turn anything else in here. So let's go talk to this dude. Show me what you have. And we're going to do some bulk selling. Do I need to keep anything here? If there's like a masterwork composite longbow, I'd like to keep it for the moment. Okay, let's do that. Is there any other masterworks here that I want to keep for the moment? Maybe if I have a masterwork light mace, I might want to keep it. Excuse me. No. Does not appear so. That's just a regular dueling sword. I have a better one. Alright. So, I'm going to keep this breastplate for the time being. We're going to sell that. We'll sell Decimation. We'll sell Darkhorn. So 2 sweet glaives. Cold Iron Masterwork Scimitar. Cold Iron Masterwork Longsword. Abrupt Force. We'll keep those. Sell these. We're going to keep all the books. Dump this. I'm going to keep the short bow of code for the time being. I'm probably going to get rid of it, though. We're going to get rid of this rapier. This is normally a really good item for Camellia, but we're not going to be using Camellia with rapiers. So I'm specifically going to use her with a dueling sword, because dueling swords with Eldori Dueling Mastery give you a +2 AC bonus to shield, like shield AC, when you don't have a shield equipped. So I am going to spec her dueling sword. Cold Iron Short Sword. Elven Notes, I need to keep that. Remove Disease. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to equip it on somebody. I'll keep the Familiar. The Midnight Bolt I'll hold on to for now. I don't want Alchemist Fires. Recipes, I'm just going to bank them. I don't want Reduce Person, or Inflict Wounds, or Feather Step. I don't want any of this food. I do want those, though, in case I need to camp. All I'm ever going to make is a hearty meal. I'm not going to make any other meals in this playthrough, so... And I'm not going to have a wizard who can learn from scrolls, so we're going to dump these as well. I hate dumping a stone skin scroll. Oh my god, it feels like sacrilege. I'm going to dump that. Certain ones like Restoration or like Remove Disease or Remove Blindness, those could be potentially useful to keep, but I don't think so. Heals. Healing scrolls are just like healing potions, except you obviously need to use them on somebody who can use scrolls. Bless, that's a useful scroll too, potentially, but we're just going to dump it. And I don't want any reagents. We're not going to be doing any brewing or scroll manufacturing. We do want to keep this magic essence, though. I actually thought you get more by this point in the game. Glass. These, that. Sweet. Okay. Is there anything this guy has that we want to buy? I don't really care about that. I'm not going to be having anybody use cantrips this playthrough. Dark Omen. No. Ray of Enfeeblement, Scare, Ray of Exhaustion, Fear, and Waves of Fatigue. No, I don't want that. There is a ring I want to buy, though. It's just the other merchant has it. Okay, cool. Deal. So we're up to 34,000.
I'll go ahead.
I absolutely want to buy the Ice Plant Hex ring from this guy. So from him, I want... Do I want the Bracers of the Wizard? +2 bonus and a +3 competence on Knowledge Arcana checks. I think I do. Nenia will wear those, even though she's not going to be a wizard. This, though, the Icy Protector, I absolutely want this. If the wearer has the Ice Plant Hex, it also grants them +2 natural armor bonus to AC. So, the way Ice Plant works is, Ice Plant gives you 2 natural armor. And it stacks with the natural armor that you get, the enhancement bonus that you get from wearing a necklace, or Barkskin. Barkskin and the necklace, they don't stack together. But Ice Plant does stack with Barkskin or the necklace. And this Icy Protector makes the impact of Ice Plant 4 instead of +2. Which, since Camellia can't wear an amulet, like an amulet of natural armor, at the beginning of the game at least, because she's got her own amulet on and we can't take it off of her, Ice Plant plus this Icy Protector gives her a +4 natural armor bonus relatively early in the game, when you only really have like a +1 or a +2 on your other characters even. So it's actually very good for her. And the build that I'm going to be speccing Camellia into is going to get a Hex, even though she's not going to be a Shaman anymore. Do I want the Guardian of Life? Death Word spell +2 on Ace. No, I don't want that. Is there anything else here I want right now? I think that's it. I think it's just like wands now. And we'll quickly check Vol'jif as well. Those were wands. Wands. Okay, cool. Deal. That's like half of my money. We'll check Vol'jif as well. And then, is it Joravane? Staunton Vane's brother outside. He might have some weapons that we need. Because I'm going to need to buy a Fauchard for Lan. What can you get? Poison darts, S-Stock of Purity. I don't need an S-Stock. No, there's nothing that you've got. Cool. Okay. Let's unequip some people. I'm gonna re-equip people after we do our... I can't unequip that knife yet. Actually, I don't need to unequip myself because I'm not gonna respec myself. So never mind. I'm gonna need one other companion that I don't know who I'm gonna use yet. Either Sela or maybe Vol'jif. Temporarily until I get Arushale. The problem is Vol'jif is gonna leave us before we get Arushale. And we get him back later, but he's still gonna leave us. Okay, and let's go to our chest, because I'm going to need that dueling sword as well. And let's dump these books and notes and whatnot. The things I definitely don't want to be carrying around on me. And this. Okay, I think that's it. Okay.
Follow my lead.
So, let's start with Camellia. Because I'm very interested in how this is going to turn out. Now, she is going to be fatigued when I do this. I don't know if that's going to matter. She actually has a negative level as well. I'm going to do a hard save right now. Because I never do this when people are fatigued. And I don't know if that's going to glitch and cause any kind of impact on stuff.
As it should be.
And I don't want to sleep because I want them to be able to rest after I do this. So let's start with Camellia, I think. So we're going to go with 25 stat respec. Choosing background and deity. What a beautiful literary collection, yes. Alright, so Camellia is going to be... Her first level is going to be in Monk. Now, she is chaotic evil. Spoilers. But you can always take Monk as your first level, regardless. And you don't lose access to Monk things when you... Like, unlike Paladins, Paladins lose access to all their stuff when they lose alignment. But Monks don't lose access to their abilities when they lose alignment. You will just never be able to take another level in Monk ever again. And we don't need to. We only need one level. You always, always need Monk on a non-armor character because Monks get access to Crane, like Crane style, and that's absolutely necessary on an unarmored character. You also get AC from your Wisdom or your Charisma. Scale Fist is a Charisma Wisdom, or a Charisma AC, so we're going to take Scale Fist Monk. And we're going to switch her to a Kindred Raised. Kindred Raised gives us a +2 bonus to Charisma. So now we have bonuses to... We lose our adaptability, our skill focus at level 1, and we gain a +2 bonus to Charisma instead. And our background is going to be an Aldori swordsman for the dueling sword proficiency. We're going to get dueling sword proficiency from Sword Saint, but because we have this as well, it's going to give us an extra +1 to our hits on it. And then she is going to take dexterity at 12, and she gets charisma, which is going to put her at 19 dexterity. We're going to go to 14 intelligence, I believe, or 16. 16 intelligence, 12 constitution, and 12 charisma. See, we only got 1 bonus to our charisma. If I wear a headband that gives me both intelligence and charisma bonuses, obviously I'm going to get those to my AC in the future. But the real reason we need the Monk Splash is for access to the Crane styles. It's not for this AC, although this AC will help us. But we are 100% a dexterity character here. And then we're going to go athletics, mobility. And I think knowledge world are going to be our core. And then we get a couple of extra things here. We're going to take perception. And I guess we could take use magic device. No, Nenio is going to have use magic device. We'll take stealth. We're not going to be maxing stealth out on this character. It's going to look like we are while we're still taking rogue levels, but as soon as I start taking magus levels, maguses are only going to get like 3 or 4 points per level, so. And our feat is going to be dodge. Level 1 feat is going to be dodge. And our monk feat is going to be crane style. We are going to continue to worship Callistria. Camellia's deity is Callistria, so we're going to continue to worship that. And looks good to me. Complete. Now I have to back out of this interface and go back into her level up to make this work. And now we should just be able to go through it. Her second level is going to be in Magus, Sword Saint. And the reason we want this to be our second level is because this is the level that we get access to 2 of those and a knowledge world. This is the level that we get access to our chosen weapon, and we need to set the dueling sword as our chosen weapon. We're not going to be able to use the dueling sword unless we take this class second, or, you know, until we take this class. So Sword Saints get not only proficiency in their chosen weapon, which can be an exotic weapon, they also get focus in their chosen weapon. So you get both of those for free. Spells, Corrosive Touch and Shocking Grasp. Grease, which is like the most important level 1 spell. Although I don't know if we're going to be using it in not a solo playthrough. Shield is pretty good. Reduce Person. Expeditious Retreat, sure. We're going to get a couple more spells in the future as well. Awesome. So we're going to get Canny Defense, not to be confused with Uncanny Dodge. Canny Defense lets us add our intelligence. 1 intelligence for every Magus or Duelist level that we have to our AC. And if you get it from both Magus and Duelist, they both count. Like, so if you take Sword Saint and Duelist, they both get Canny Defense. They are not the same ability. So you do stack the AC bonus you get to dodge from taking it twice. Once on Sword Saint and once on Duelist, if we end up taking Duelist. And we get our arcane weapon enhancements and all that good stuff. Next, after Sword Saint, we're going to go into Rogue. Now we have 2 choices here. For a solo playthrough, you have to take either the normal Rogue or the Thug, in my opinion. The Thug just gets different injury mechanics. Where they can demoralize their enemies. And that's because they have Uncanny Dodge at level 4. So you need to take 4 points in Rogue for a standard solo playthrough to be viable. You need Uncanny Dodge. Uncanny Dodge means that you cannot be caught flat-footed. You're not going to be wearing armor, which means your flat-footed AC is going to be shite. So if you get caught flat-footed, you're going to die. However, since this is a group playthrough, and it's not a solo playthrough, I'm going to experiment with something here, guys. And this is the reason that I'm doing Camellia on the front line, because Camellia can't wear a natural armor amulet. And that makes her unviable as a frontline non-armor tank normally. But the reason as a shaman she works is because she has access to Hex Plant. Or not Hex Plant, Ice Plant, and the ring that I was telling you about earlier. The Sylvan Trickster loses Uncanny Dodge. The Sylvan Tricksters is not eligible to get Uncanny Dodge in their rogue talent, even though we look at this, and I'm pretty sure it says Uncanny Dodge in here. Yeah, it says Uncanny Dodge in this list of Fey tricks. It is not in this list of Fey tricks. The Sylvan Trickster cannot get Uncanny Dodge as a Fey trick, and they lose access to it by default. So we are locked out of Uncanny Dodge unless I was to take like a splash into Bard Archaeologist, who gets it at level 2, or Barbarian, who gets it at level 2. We're locked out of Uncanny Dodge. So I'm just going to accept that. I'm going to accept the fact that we're locked out of Uncanny Dodge. The Sylvan Trickster, though, gets hexes on their Fey tricks, so I can take Ice Plant as a Fey trick. So I can get that natural armor that I can't get through my amulet by taking levels in Sylvan Trickster. And we need to take at least 3 to get to Finesse training. So we need Weapon Finesse, obviously. This is one of the reasons we take Rogue. And then we need Finesse training at level 3. And that's when our Dueling Sword is going to start doing damage for us. But if we take a 4th level, we get our Debilitating Injury, and we get another Fey trick, and we get Resist Nature's Lure. So I think we're actually going to take 4 levels in Fey and Sylvan Trickster. But that is our next level in any case, Sylvan Trickster. And we're going to get a bunch of points here as a result of that. We're going to get our Perception up, and we'll get our Stealth up, and now all of those skills are maxed. But once I get back to Magus, we're not going to have those points anymore. Okay, now this is Eldori Dueling Mastery. That's going to give us a +2 bonus on initiative checks, as well as a +2 shield bonus to our AC, and my Dueling Sword counts as a piercing weapon for feats that require piercing weapons. So that's necessary if we go into the duelist tree later. But in any case, Eldori Dueling Mastery is OP, low-key OP, so we are going to take that now. And we're going to get sneak attacks as well. And I get 1 more level right now, right? That's Sylvan Trickster again. And this is going to get me evasion and my first Fey trick, which is going to be Ice Plant. Also, dexterity up to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The reason we only got 6 instead of 7 is because we only have int 16 instead of int 18. At int 18, we get a point every level. At int 16, we only get an extra point every other level. So this 1 other point is going to go into use magic device, just so she can maybe possibly use a scroll at some point in her life. And her hex is going to be Ice Plant. And she's done. So I don't know if she was fatigued or not, but her fatigue is gone. I don't have access to Spell Strike yet, so I can't cast a spell as part of my attack yet. But where's my Dueling Sword? Right there. Put my Dueling Sword on, my AC goes up to 22. I put the Ring of Protection on, it's 23. I can't put an amulet on. But if I put the Icy Protector on, it goes up to 25. And if I put an amulet on, it would go up as well. And then I put Bracers of Armor +2 on. It's 27. And she should probably also get herself a Cloak of Resistance for the moment. And if I gave her a Headband of Charisma, she'd get 28 right now. So I'm going to give this to her, because I'm not going to have another Charisma caster that needs to wear it. And she can wear this as well for a bonus on saving throws against fear effects. Because it's not armor, it's just a shirt. Okay. Alright. Now, this is deceptive, because this is 28 AC. But when she's fighting defensively, she's going to get more AC. She's going to get the fighting defensively AC, which it doesn't you don't actually see it unless she's actually fighting defensively. It shows it here. So -4 penalty on attack rolls and combat maneuver checks to get +2 dodge to AC. And if you have 3 or more ranks in mobility, you gain +3 to AC when fighting defensively instead, and we do. So we're going to get +3 dodge to AC. And also crane style, and eventually we're going to get combat expertise as well. So we're going to get tons of AC in combat too. So -2 penalty to fighting defensively, and you get an additional 1 to AC. So I'm getting 4 to AC for fighting defensively, with only a -2 penalty on attacks. And I'm also going to get, eventually, like I say, combat expertise, which is going to give me even more AC when I'm fighting. Like, I have to actually attack to get these bonuses. So I have to attack every turn to get these AC bonuses, otherwise they don't show up. So right now, her AC is only 28. We're very rapidly going to hit like 40 AC on her, though. Like, I'm not kidding. Unarmored people, like unarmored defenders, are the best, most armored characters in the game. And this is deceptive right now. Like, we're going to hit astronomically high AC values on her. And especially someday, if she can wear an amulet of like +6 or +8, it stacks with Ice Plant and Icy Protector's bonus to Ice Plant. It works. So our AC is going to go nutso then. And, you know, dex belts and stuff like that, once we get access to those, like, all bets are off. So that's one respec done and sorted. Let's do a quick save. Oh, and let's take a look at her spells real quick. Since she is a Magus, she does have access to some spells. Not much at the moment, though. I think she's probably just going to take Grease. Again, she doesn't have Spell Strike yet, so Shocking Grasp and Corrosive Touch don't really help her at the moment. She already has a shield bonus, but it's only +2, so this would technically give her 2 more. I think Grease is the most effective spell for her at the moment. Let's do Lan next, shall we? Lan is a nice, easy respec. Let's go with Lan. That's going to be a choose background and deity. Again, we're going to do a 25-point respec. Lan is going to be a really easy class. He is going to be a fighter, two-handed fighter, and that's it. We're just going two-handed fighter, true and through on him. He's going to use a faux shard, so I don't actually know yet what I want to give him here. We'll come back to it. But he's going to be a pure strength. And I need 14 dex and 14 intelligence on him. I actually only technically need 13 dex and 13 intelligence, but why? Like, especially intelligence. I'm going to give him charisma. And then I'm going to give him constitution. You know what? I'm not going to give him charisma. I'm just going to give him constitution. He's going to potentially do some intimidation, but he's going to use strength for that in addition to charisma, so having a bit of a penalty here might not hurt him that much. So that's Lan. He's going to be a little tanky, but he is going to be a two-handed fighter, and he's going to use a faux shard. He's going to be wearing heavy armor, so it's probably not worth giving him athletics, even though that is his forte. But, oh no, two-handed fighters don't get armor training, so no, never mind. We'll take persuasion, so he can intimidate a bit. I guess we'll take knowledge world, and you know what? I'm going to give him athletics. It seems stupid because I'm going to put him in heavy armor, but maybe he'll wear some mithril armor or something like that. Maybe he'll still be able to use his athletics. I still need to pick a background though, so I could give him something else too. Perception. Perception. Yes, he's a frontliner. We want to give him perception. So, in order to do that, what's the easiest way to accomplish perception? Probably a Kadiran Wanderer. Perception and Lore Nature. Saving throws on fatigue and exhaustion. And then if we take athletics, knowledge world, and instead of persuasion, we take perception. Am I ever going to use like Dazzling Display or Cornigan Smash on him? No. I don't think I'm ever going to use Cornigan Smash on him, so maybe we don't need persuasion. Maybe we just do athletics, knowledge, world, perception. Yeah, that works for me. So his starting feat is going to be exotic weapon proficiency, faux shard. Because I love faux shards, guys. And then his next feat is going to be, like, I want him to be a little tanky. We're going to get dodge eventually. We're going to get teamwork feats on him. So he's going to get, like, outflank and that kind of stuff. But I think right now what he needs is a weapon focus in faux shard as well. I think he worships Erastil by default. And he's a lawful neutral, and Erastil's a lawful neutral god, so we'll go with that. I mean, we're not going to get any benefit. Like, he's not going to use that deity at all. It's just flavor, so... Nice. Alright, so then he's going to get another level in two-handed fighter. I don't need to exit the interface this time, because I'm just taking levels in the same class. Faux shard, faux show, yes. I love the faux shard so much. Its critical threat range is so awesome. And that's especially important when we're talking about teamwork feats, because teamwork feats sometimes, a lot of the times, rely on you critting things to proc it on other people. So athletics, knowledge, world, perception. Our bonus combat feat now is power attack, I believe. Yep, power attack. We're not doing a cleaving build here. So power attack unlocks like Cornigan Smash and Cleave and all these things. I'm not doing a cleaving build. At least I don't think I'm doing a cleaving build. We'll see. We're just going for a hardcore hit him very hard with a reach weapon thing. And the cool thing about a reach weapon, you know how I charge an enemy and then I can't do a second person to charge as well because the first one's blocking the way? A reach weapon like a faux shard can charge behind a person who's already charged and still get an attack on turn number 1 because it's a reach weapon. They don't actually have to go in all the way. Oh, I do have to close the interface. We have to do that level again. No problem. It'll be quick. And that's power attack. And complete. And now I can just keep going. So after the first level, I have to close the interface. Athletics. Now, this is... Things like blind fight would be really good for us, but I don't need it just yet. I don't want dazzling display and all those nonsense. Destructive dispel, die hard, endurance, improved initiative. You know what I kind of want on this guy? I kind of want him to have perception skill focus since he's a frontliner. And I kind of like my frontliners to see the traps and not die to them. Not alertness, specifically perception skill focus. But I'm going to give him, instead, at this level, heavy armor focus. Yeah, we're going to give him a heavy armor focus. Let's get him that extra AC. And level 4 two-handed fighter, that's going to be a strength point. I'm finally getting a strength character, guys. I'm going to be able to carry stuff. Athletics, knowledge, world, perception. Weapon specialization. In the faux shard. So weapon specialization is extra damage. And this is a full Bab class. So he's going to have some good HP and lots of damage, lots of ability to hits. So we're going to need to give him armor as well. Okay, second respec done. Next, let's look at Nenio, shall we? Yeah. Someone to carry the library, exactly. Somebody to carry the bag of holding that has the library in it. Let's look at Nenio next. Alright, so Nenio, first things first. Okay, good. This cleared correctly. She is a kitsune, and she is a keen kitsune, which is dexterity and intelligence with a minus strength penalty. we are going to make her an alchemist vivisectionist. Vivisectionist loses bombs but gains sneak attacks, and their discovery is a little bit different as a result. They don't have any of the bomb discoveries, they have all the other discoveries instead. And she's going to have access to alchemist mutagens and all that kind of stuff. And she's going to be a primary dexterity-based user instead of a primary intelligence-based user. And I think she's going to be a hunter, so that she has proficiency with the bows immediately. She's going to go 19 dexterity and at least 16 intelligence, but in reality I think we're going to go to 18 int. And I think we're going to go to 10 strength. So the 10 strength is going to counter the penalty to strength, and that's going to be necessary because I am going to use bows on her. I'm not going to use crossbows. And bows, a real bow is a composite bow, and a composite bow is going to have a penalty applied if you have a negative strength modifier, whereas if you have a positive modifier, you obviously get a bonus. But if you have 10, at least you don't take a penalty. Yeah, so she's going to be Dex and Int, and that's like it. And she gets 5 points here. She's going to be Arcana, World, Nature, Perception, and Use Magic Device. And she's going to get 5 points every level. And she's sort of my Arcana person. We're eventually going to get a skill focus on Arcana on her. We might actually get that right away. I'm going to get point blank shot and precise shot first, but then even before rapid shot, I think we're going to get a skill focus. So point blank shot. Cure light wounds, expeditious retreat, reduce person shield, true strike, fire belly, and large person. Sure. I'm going to call her an atheist, because she strikes me as an atheist. But she's probably not an atheist. I'm just going to call her that. And, I mean, technically we can brew potions with her if we want to. Okay, good. It closed the interface automatically, which is good. So we'll re-enter the interface. And we will make her a vivisectionist level 2. It's like 20 to 12, so I gotta get these respecs done. At this level, a combat trick would be important. An infusion would allow us. So alchemist spells, like alchemists brew potions and then they drink their spells essentially themselves. Alchemist spells affect themselves. If it's an AoE spell like haste, it affects your whole party if they're close to the alchemist. But infusion lets them use their spells like normal spells. It lets them cast them on other people as well, which is necessary. We're going to want infusion, but I don't know if we need it yet. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to take infusion now. This discovery is going to be an infusion. And I don't need any of these other ones. Downside is I'm going to lose access to grease, except my Sword Saint is going to have grease. So if I do need crowd control, I'm going to lose access to that by doing this, but I'm fine with that. Next. So we've got point blank shot. This is going to be precise shot. And then I think our next feat is literally just going to be a skill focus in Arcana. Because this is going to be my primary Arcana user. Vivisectionist, one more level. That's going to be Dexterity. Again, we're not hammering Int on her. Normally she'd be a wizard and we want to hammer Int. We're going Dexterity. She's a shooter for us in this campaign. So, I don't want the Cognatogen. And I can't take a skill focus the way a rogue can take a skill focus here. I can take a combat trick, though, and I can take a weapon focus. I can take deadly aim. I can take martial weapon proficiency. So here's the thing. I have I have proficiency in the short bow and the longbow from being a hunter, but if I take martial weapon proficiency, I'll get a +1 bonus. This is going to be a rapid shot build, but we're not going to take that yet. I think this is a weapon focus. So, I have a choice here. Either short bow or longbow. If I take longbow, I'm going to have 3 longbow users, and I'm going to be competing for longbows. If I take short bow, I mean I have a short bow user. Longbows do more damage, and there's a crap ton of them in this game. Like, this game, there are so many bow characters and so many longbows. And there's only like a couple decent short bows. I have one right now, and there's a couple more in the future. But there's a ton of like +5 longbows. So we're going to have 3 longbow users. Because I can. A level 2 spell. She should probably start with Lesser Restoration, in all honesty. See, invisibility might be nice. Somebody else is going to have Cure Wounds. Somebody else is going to be healing us. Bark Skin gets us that natural armor that I crave. Blur is really important, but we should probably start with Lesser Restoration. This makes you want a Theory Craft, yeah. Okay, so she's built. And she has a spell book now. So that's going to be neither of those. Honestly, at level 1, I only want you to have Cure Wounds. For now. At level 2, all you have is Restorations for now. We've already popped your spells. You have 1 Grease available. Cool. Okay, so that is 3 of our characters. I don't need to respec myself. So the last character that I know for sure I want in my party is going to be Darren. And we're going to do something really unusual on him. Oh, usually when I respec her, she keeps her Shaman spellbook, but she didn't keep it here. That's perfect. Okay, so let's go to Darren. And I don't know if this is going to work, and if this doesn't work in the long run, I'm going to have to do a different spec on him. Like, this may not work in the long run at all. So I played with possible options here. I played with the Shaman Witch Doctor, who gains access to channel, like a ton of channels, and he can take a Hex for channeling as well as a Shaman. So we could get a ton of channel healing. Unfortunately, not very tanky, and I need a third tank. Like, I need a third person on the front line. I've got a Fauchard user, I've got my Sword Saint, who's going to be amazing AC, and then I need a third person up on the front line, and I prefer somebody who's in heavy armor with a shield, like lots of heavy stuff. And I don't actually need this person to ever do any damage to anything. I just need them to be able to channel to keep my people up in the long run in long dungeons, and I need them to be able to buff me. So that means Cleric. But the Crusader has combat feats, great combat feats that you can use to get like armor proficiencies and all that kind of stuff. But the Devilbane Priest has 2 teamwork feats available to them. In addition to already having heavy armor proficiency. In addition, like the Crusader has reduced spell casting in the sense that they only get 1 domain and they get less spells. They get less spells than a normal cleric does as well. Whereas the Devilbane Priest gets 1 domain, but they get the same number of spells that a normal cleric does. So, and when making Knowledge Arcana checks, they get a bonus equal to half their class level, so they're a bit of an Arcana thing as well, but I don't think this one's going to have Arcana. I'm thinking we go Devilbane Priest. But we're not going to have much strength. So we're going to go with the ASMR Heritage, that's Wisdom and Charisma, with a bonus on Persuasion and Perception, which is perfect for us. And then our background is going to be a Acolyte, which gives us Persuasion and Religion to our list of skills. And we can use Wisdom instead of Charisma when attempting Persuasion checks. And then we're going to go 19 Wisdom, 16 charisma for a +3 modifier there. 14 dexterity. 13 dexterity, sorry. 13 int. What did I want to do on this? Okay. I could go 12 strength, 13 dex, 13 int. This looks really weird. 13 dex and 13 int may sound really stupid, but 13 int gives us access to combat expertise, and 13 dex gives us access to dodge. I would love to get more int there, though. I could do that. Okay, 10 strength, 13 dex, 12 con, 14 int, 19 wisdom, 14 charisma. So I want wisdom charisma headbands, obviously, and we're only going to get a +2 to our channels, but that's still better than nothing. But we only have 10 strength, so I don't know if we're going to have enough strength to wear lots of heavy armor and lots of heavy shields without constantly being fatigued. So you'll see what I mean later, but I think the weakness of this class is going to be that we don't have enough strength to wear the stuff that we need to wear. Like, I'm never going to hit anything with him with 10 strength, but he's going to swing every turn that he doesn't need to cast a spell because he needs the AC from it. So he's going to take religion, perception, and persuasion. And he'll take religion and persuasion when he can't take... Oh no, he has 14 in it, so he can take perception every turn, even with it being a class skill. And then our first feat is going to be Selective Channel, not because I want Selective Channel, but because it's mandatory for Mythic channeling, which we want when we get Mythic abilities. So we're just going to get out of the way now. And he's going to worship... He has to worship somebody. He strikes me as a worshipper of Caden Killeen, in all honesty, but I think I want him to worship somebody who has the healing domain. So who has the healing domain? Pharasma. Pharasma is neutral good, lawful neutral, neutral chaotic, neutral evil, chaotic neutral, and he's neutral evil, and he fits this. And Pharasma has the healing domain. He's going to take channel positive energy. He's going to take the healing domain. So the healing domain has, at 6th level, Healer's Blessing. All of your cure spells are treated as if they were empowered, increasing the amount of damage healed by half, 50%. That's the main reason we take this. Because that's his job. His job is to be a healer. Okay, I think that's it for him. And it closed the interface, which is perfect, so we get to go back into here. Devilbane Priest level 2. Again, just these 3. Clerics are really easy to level up. They don't get very much. I think we're going to take a Knowledge Religion skill focus right away, so his AC is going to be low for a while. Because I'm not going to be getting the combat feats on him for a while. Because normally I take like armor focus and shield focus and combat expertise and dodge right now. But I think instead of using all those feats for this, and maybe an extra channel or two, I think instead of using all those feats, what we're going to do is give him... Persuasive gives us both persuasion and perception, but it's only a +2 bonus, whereas skill focus in persuasion... Or knowledge or religion. I want knowledge or religion. Yeah. I want somebody who's ridiculously good at religion. I need somebody who's ridiculously good at religion, at Arcana, and I think it's like world or nature or something by the time we get to the Dresden Assault, because I want to be able to disable this like booby trap that's in a basement that we go through. And you have to use these 3 stones, and you need really high values in 3 different things. I don't remember what they are, though. One of them's Arcana, one of them's Religion, I think. And besides, there's a lot of religion checks in this game. So I just want to get it out of the way early. And then level 4 in Devilbane Priest is going to give us our first teamwork feat. Wisdom. Our 3 points here. Okay, so The first teamwork feat I really want is Outflank, but it needs Bab 4, and we only have Bab 3, so I can't take it yet. But the other teamwork feat that we want is Precise Strike. Whenever you and an ally who has this feat are flanking the same creature, you deal an additional 1d6 points of precision damage with each successful melee attack. Obviously, we are never going to hit anything, but by us being in position to flank the creature, we're going to allow our teammate to get the extra damage when they successfully attack. Okay. So that takes care of him. Now I need somebody else for my party. And they are a backliner, because I have 3 frontliners and I want 3 backliners. And in the long run, when I get a Ruchelet, they're going to be an archer. I have Sela, who is a human, available. I have Ember, who is an elf, who, by virtue of being an elf, means she has access to longbows already. And Voljif, who is a tiefling. A tiefling. You know what, I like the idea of bringing Voljif along. The only thing that I have against him is that he is going to leave us at the, end of Act 2. Start of Act 3. Until later into Act 3. So I kind of want to just bring Sela along for this. So we're just going to respec Sela. This is going to be a temporary companion. She's not going to be with us for the entire duration of what's going to go down. So let's do a save here. And let's do a quick respec of Sela. So this is just going to be a 25-point respec again. Ruchelet starts with way more than 25 points, by the way. Like, she is stacked in every possible way, both, you know, mathematically and otherwise. And she starts with more than 25 points. So you might want to calculate those if you plan on respecing her. So I think what we're going to do with Sela here, I want a bow user in the back row, and I don't want a support character at all, because I don't want to lose the support character. Ruchelet is going to be a espionage expert. And I think we either make Sela a slayer, an espionage expert, or a fighter. Like a martial class of one type. And I think, for my purposes, I'm going to make her a slayer. That cat's going to wear a hole in the floor soon. I know, right? Yeah, we're just going to make her a slayer. So, she's going to be a slayer. She's going to be a hunter. She's going to have dexterity as her bonus. She's going to have 19 dexterity and, 16 strength. And 12 int, so she's going to get an extra point every other level. And her abilities are going to be athletics, mobility. I'm going to give her stealth, just so that on our travel screen we've got a bit of stealth there. Perception and lore nature. She's going to get point blank shot and precise shot. And she's going to worship... I mean, she worships Iomade, and I'm not going to mess with that. She can continue to worship Iomade. Good enough. Then we're going to take a second level. Is it perception that she's going to miss? It's going to be stealth that she misses. She's only going to get stealth every other level, even though it is a dex thing. Combat style feat, archery, rapid shot, please. Oh, I had to exit the interface. The last couple characters, it worked correctly. After the first level, you have to exit the interface in order to get into here and get the rest of the levels going. So that is an archery style feat, rapid shot. So this is a standard martial archer. Athletics, mobility, nature, perception, and this time we get a point in stealth. Accomplished sneak attacker is really good, but I think what we're going to take here is a longbow weapon focus. And that gets us our sneak attack. This is going to be dex, athletics, mobility, nature, perception. Uncanny dodge in here. Very nice. I guess we could have gone to that with 2 levels. No, you need 4 levels to gain access to Uncanny Dodge. It's a requirement. Combat trick. Is this deadly aim? Yeah, this will be deadly aim. Okay. So she's done. Now I've got some inventories to sort out. My inventory, I'm going to get, you know, awesome bow so that I can delete people. I also want the stealthy cloak because it's a resistance +1 and it gives me stealth, and it sort of thematically, the color fits me a bit. So we're going to do that. I don't need to be wearing armor technically, so I mean, I guess I could say screw that. The engraved lucky bracers, I'll wear those because I'm the only person who's allowed to wear those. And we're going to get this lockpick kit on us because our trickery is now 17. And I guess I'll take this. I need to activate it to actually do something with it. And I don't think I'm going to take the natural armor. No, because I have 2 tanks who need it. Unbending will, resistance to will saving throws. Cool. Who's getting this? Medium armor, I can't wear it. Okay. Next is Darren. He needs to wear he has access to heavy armor, so I need full plate for him is what I need, but for the time being I think he's just going to wear this Crypt Raiders armor. He'll wear the medium armor and we're going to upgrade it eventually. He'll get the shield, and I need to give him like a light mace or something he can use. In the meantime though, natural armor. He gets basically nothing on here because Camellia has the Ring of Protection. I need more Rings of Protection, guys. His AC is not going to be great for a while. That's like all he gets, right? He can get will saving throws just to max out his will saving throw. But I don't even have Cloaks of Resistance for him yet. Okay, so I need a light mace. Nenio is going to get a longbow, composite longbow. Masterwork composite longbow even. So maybe sometimes she'll actually hit. She has a very poor will saving throw. She doesn't need natural armor. She can wear a chain shirt, technically. But she doesn't really have to. I have so little gear, guys. I have so little gear. She's going to wear the Bracers of the Wizard. There we go. So she's not going to wear armor. She's going to wear those instead. +2 competence on Knowledge Arcana. Yes. Yes, definitely. She's my Knowledge Arcana person, so... Lan needs a faux shard and needs some heavy armor. So let's go outside. She will use armor, athletics, mobility, stealth will be useless. Who will use armor? Sela? Are we talking about when I was specking Sela here? Because she's not going to use armor. She's going to get a longbow. She's a Slayer Archer. She's never going to get hit by anything. She's going to... At most, she's going to be wearing light armor, so she's not going to be wearing anything else. The only people who are going to use armor are going to be Darren and Lan. They're both going to be heavy armor wearers. Show me your wares. I need a faux shard, and I might need some armor of various types as well. But first, I need a faux shard. Oh, I need a light mace. Yeah, okay, get me a masterwork light mace. I don't want to invest any money in this. Maybe if you've got a cold iron one, I might take a cold iron one. But no, you know what? No, I don't even need cold iron. He's never going to hit anything with it. He just needs a light weapon that doesn't weigh very much, that is a simple proficiency group weapon, so that he can attack, and he doesn't need to hit, he just needs to attack so that his fighting defensively will proc, so that he gets the AC from fighting defensively. That's it. When he's not channeling. I don't need another longbow. Glaives, great swords, dueling swords, estocks. Okay, there's a masterwork fauchard here. Fine. That's good enough. Okay. Deal. Darren, you need a... Interesting, it's showing me my portrait here. And now it's showing me Vol'jith's portrait. That glitch happens sometimes. Usually when this glitch happens, I start getting merchant bugs where I can't buy and sell from them, though. Anyway, he has the light mace, and he is medium encumbered now, and he's only wearing medium armor. With a light mace and a heavy shield, but his 10 strength really can't handle it. But 20 AC is not very good, but it's enough for now. It's still super early in the game. You are going to wear this half plate +1. Sadly, I hate half plate. It's the worst armor in the game. But it's +1, so it'll do me for now. And you need your fauchard. That's all you really need right now. Oh, and natural armor. So you have 23 AC, and the guy who has a shield has 20. Lovely. Yeah. Alright. Nenio. I can't see Nenio either, but she is geared. That's fine. Camellia has her dueling sword. She has her bracers, has the ice plant ring. She has ice plant. She's got the cloak. She's got the extra charisma for scale fists. So she's set. And Sela, it has a longbow. And that's really all she needs. So let's give the will cloak to him, just to try and prevent him from being like mind controlled and then hitting us with a fauchard at close range. I will also take this, just in case I want the bonus competency on a trickery check or something like that. I have bracers of armor +1 who can go to, I guess, any of the non-armor wearers other than Camellia, who obviously doesn't need them, or me. He's an armor wearer, so that's just Sela for now. I don't want to put the Midnight Bolt on anybody. I'm going to stash it, actually. Kitty Cat can go to Camellia. Okay. Let's do a quick talk to him again. What do you got for armor, bro? Chainmail, tower shields, heavy shield +1. Living Ram is good for a charge character like a Cavalier, but we're not going to be doing that right now. Okay. All right. Bulk sell. Sell the breastplate. We're going to sell the short boat of code. And Camellia's starting cold iron rapier. I'm going to keep the Midnight Bolt. It's an extra 2,000. Counterfeit necklace. Okay, I think I'm fine with that. Sanity check. Before we say we're done with this, I am equipped. I can one-shot people as my Rowdy rogue. Not using yet, not using yet. Darren is equipped. Not great. He's not equipped well, but he is equipped. And we have room to improve his gear, but he is encumbered. Nenio is equipped. It's going to assassinate people. Well, not assassinate people, but she's going to do some damage. Arcana check's good. She has lots of room for better gear, though. Lan, lots of room for better gear, is wearing the shitty half plate, has a faux shard. Camellia is ready, like, she's ready to tank for us. And Sela is ready just to throw fire downrange with her bow. -2 rapid shot, -2 deadly aim. Okay, that's why. I'm like, why is she so low? It's because she's the only person who has actual feats. I'm so used, because like we don't use rapid shot, we use vital strike, so I don't need to worry about those penalties. But I do have a penalty on deadly aim that's turned off. Let's turn that back on. Okay. No, Camellia doesn't get a shield. Sword Saints and Duelists don't get a shield. Their entire purpose is to fight without a shield. No shield, no armor. And that is... Where the hell am I going? Class. No shield, no armor makes you the best AC tanks in the game. Things like Eldori Dueling Mastery, for example, +2 in initiative checks as long as you start combat with a dueling sword, as long as you wear only one dueling sword on one hand, no shield, no offhand weapon, you gain +2 shield bonus. So Camellia still gets a shield bonus from Eldori Dueling Mastery. Dodge, that doesn't matter. Crane style. Crane Wing and Crane Riposte are going to matter in the future, so not wearing armor, not wearing shields, all that kind of thing. Like, she doesn't want to wear a shield. And her AC is rapidly going to hit like 40 plus. Especially when, you know, man, I was like, I spent so long going, I want Camellia in the party, but I can't justify it because I can't put a natural armor amulet on her. So she's going to have to be a backliner, and I don't want to put her in the backline. Like, Camellia is all about getting up front and stabbing people and letting them bleed all over her. That's just her character, right? And if I can't let her do that, I'm not going to put her in the party. And I was like, the only way I can put her in the front line is if I can get her some natural armor, which means I have to get her Ice Plant. And the only way I can get her Ice Plant reasonably is by taking the Sylvan Trickster. But then I have to lose Uncanny Dodge. So I'm going to experiment without Uncanny Dodge. If she's flat-footed and she's dying because of it, like a solo character needs Uncanny Dodge, she might not because we're playing in a group. I don't know. I have to experiment with it. If it works out with Ice Plant in this ring, then great. I am happy. Crazy bloodthirsty lady with a cat. Yes, tiger. Definitely seems legit. It's perception and lore nature. It's not even an initiative bonus. I'm like, it's a familiar. But the hair gives an initiative bonus. Okay, so I believe those are our respecs. Spellbook sanity check. Ah. All right. Sure, remove sickness. I don't want Shield of Faith, though. You can have 2 casts of Bless, 2 casts of Bane, and... another cast of Bless. Clerics don't need Cure Light Wounds or Cures on their spells if they channel good energy. If they channel good energy, they get spontaneous casting for cures, so I can convert a non-domain spell slot, so any of these 5 spell slots, into a Cure Light Wounds. And any of these 3 into a Cure Moderate Wounds on the fly. So you never need to prepare a cure spell on a cleric who channels good energy. If they channel negative energy, they get the same effect for Inflict Wounds spells. So they can spontaneously cast those. So I want a Protection from Alignment Communal. I definitely want that available, even if it's only 1 minute. I don't want Aid. Aid is the same bonus that Bless gives, except it gives some other bonuses as well. And I'm not wasting a level 2 spell slot when I have 3 Blesses prepared on level 1. Bone Shaker would potentially give him some damage, but he's never going to overcome their spell resistance because this game, Wrath, is ridiculous for spell resistance. So we're just going to go for buffing and cleansing on him for now. Which means what? I don't want to take Courage and Life. That's so crappy. I could take Remove Paralysis, but I don't believe we're going to run into any paralysis. I mean, I could just take Bone Shaker, I guess, just to have a couple damage spells. I'm never going to hit a whole person, because it's affected by their spell resistance. So I could take a second Protection from Alignment and a Bone Shaker, just in case I randomly hit with it. Resist Energy only works on one target, though. I want Resist Energy Communal. Okay, good enough there. I've already set her spells. Lan doesn't get spells. Camellia has her spell set. She doesn't get spells. Cool. Okay, so that's a 4-hour stream. It's now 12:15. I need to go to bed. I gotta go to work tomorrow, so I gotta be up in about 5.5 hours to do that. So thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. I have been Liz. This has been Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Next session, we're going to go and, well, we're going to rest, and we're going to see if we have to defend this tavern.
I'll go ahead.
And if we don't have to defend the tavern, we're going to go out to the Tower of Estrad, most likely, and we're going to continue Act 1. I am glad that we're finally into, like, you know, my party is set up, and I get to play with them until Arushale comes out, that is. Then I definitely want to use her when we get there. So, thank you for coming along for the ride, and I hope to see you again next time, which I'm hoping is tomorrow, but I'm not sure yet. You know, tweets will go out, announcements on the Discord will go out, announcements on Twitch will go out, all that good stuff. Thank you, and bye-bye.